What's up, wrestling fans? The Bat Fry, Kenny Fry here. Letting you know, this is the Atomic Drop Podcast. And with me tonight, we're going to have our boy.
Adam the Answer.
And
the showstopper.
And of course, Paul Spencer. Pray for Japan. That's my new name.
Stay tuned to the Atomic Drop Podcast. We'll be recapping night 2 of WrestleMania. It's fight night! What's up, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. Like I said before, I'm your host, the Bat Fry, Kenny Fry. We got Adam the Answer, Glenn. We got the showstopper himself, the Heartbreak Kid, Cowboy Dave, and of course, our good friend, Mr. Fuji 2.0. The Asians are hurting tonight, brother. Pray for Japan. Paul Spencer, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? What a pay-per-view, right? What a pay-per-view. Holy crap, man. Holy crap.
We got a lot to talk about tonight. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to do this in some nice, tight time constraints. We will not be going 2 hours tonight like last night because we are old and we need our beauty sleep, God damn it. We need it. I'm telling you. So before
some of us do. I can tell you that right now.
What does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what's that?
Meeting me personally.
Okay, because I thought he was coming after me there, Ken, being over 50 years old. I thought he was coming after
Well,
me.
the old man to my right, you know.
Oh, poor Adam Glenn. I tell you what, I think it says a lot about us that we all got defensive about that, to be honest with you. Linda Duarte checking in. She says, hello, boys. Hello,
Linda.
And our boy Nate checking in once again. Thank you for checking the show out, Nate. Thank you for commenting. How about the last match? Cody got the win with all those guest appearances. That was dope. And what about that steal Damian Priest did? Yes, we will get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that first, actually, because that led the show off. Guys, real quick, were you surprised that match led the show off? Adam, let's start with you there, fella.
I was kind of surprised, but it's a good way to start the match. Good way to start the night.
Absolutely. Dave? Go ahead, Adam. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
In the end, and made it worth, like start the night with that surprise cash in.
Absolutely. A bang. Start the night off with a bang. Go ahead, Dave.
What a better way for Seth Rollins to come out with the mummers. I thought that was great. The classic, entrance for Seth to come out like that, and typical Seth Rollins entrance, which not typical, but kind of Philadelphia mummers parade. You kind of gotta like that. I kind of enjoyed that. The match itself was great. Surprising. I was kind of surprised the way it ended, but kudos to Priest, man. Deserved it.
Paul?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match to start off with. I mean, it's Philadelphia. You come out with the mummers thing. It's a Philadelphia tradition here. We all see it. So to get that crowd hyped up, what better way to have 800 people walking in a mummers outfit to get that crowd hyped up? So, a lot of people don't understand what the hell he was wearing, but if you're Philadelphia, we lived there. Dave and I
get it.
Down there. I lived there for 30 years. So we know what it is. Ken, you live close to it. So what better way to start off in a mummers outfit? So it was a good start. It was a good start to the match.
I agree.
Well, and so I love Drew's entrance. I thought that was really cool. The whole Scottish thing and the Rowdy Piper. That was the Rowdy Piper theme song, right? I mean,
yes, it was. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Yep.
And the bagpipes, I absolutely love that. Walking, between the pyramid of swords or whatever the hell you want to call it. Fantastic. The numbers, I thought that was Philadelphia through and through right there. The only thing with Seth, his garb, which I can't stand, but this time, me being a Batman fan, and only Batman fans are gonna understand this. He was wearing that suit and it had an owl on the front. My first thought was the Court of Owls. And if you're not a Batman fan, you're like, what the hell is that fat ass talking about? I'm telling you right now, it's a huge storyline in Batman. It's a huge thing, the Court of Owls, and that was my first thought. But overall, that match was fantastic. What a way to start off. I wasn't too surprised that led off the show. We've seen it in the past. We actually talked about it a few days ago. I don't know if it was last week or if it was this past Friday. How you look back, you had Daniel Bryan and Sheamus for the World Championship start off WrestleMania. We've seen it a couple times. I think Edge and crap, I don't remember who it was, but the next night Edge ended up retiring on Raw. But it was Edge and Alberto Del Rio maybe or something like that. But they started off the show as well, so I wasn't too surprised by it. But that match was insane, absolutely insane. I love the story that they told, the pain that Seth was in, the way Drew just kind of followed around, and the fights, the comebacks, by Seth, the comebacks by Drew, and then of course the 1, 2, 3 by Drew, and that cash in, and CM Punk,
amazing.
So I'll tell you, we all thought there was going to be a cash in during this match, right? I think we all can agree on that. And I don't think any of us thought that CM Punk was going to be the one to cost Drew that cash, the belt, the cash in. What do you guys think that CM Punk was going to be an integral part of that? Dave?
I kind of did. When you saw him commentating, I was like, he knew Punk was going to have something to do with it. I didn't think it was going to be, kick his leg from at the table. He hits the table and goes down. I didn't see that coming.
Well, they beat his ass with that brace too.
Right, exactly. And then here comes Priest, with the cash in. But going back to the beginning of the match, guys, what I want to go with is when Drew did the Claymore kick on Seth right away. And I thought for sure, I was like, it's over, it's done, Seth's done. I didn't think, I thought it was going to be kind of like a Randy Orton type deal, like a while back when him and Seth did that skit where he picked Seth up, RKO'd him, and it was over. And then Seth came back and cashed in that night. But I was kind of thinking that's where they were going with that. But when they did the Claymore kick, I was like, oh, it's done. But
that was a huge callback, Dave. If you remember, like I said about Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. That Sheamus beating Daniel Bryan in like 5 seconds or whatever it was, started off with a bro kick because Daniel Bryan was making out with CM Punk's wife there in the corner, AJ Lee. He started off with a bro kick, and that was it. It was over.
Right. When I saw the Claymore, I thought it was over too, Ken. I really did. I was like, but the match itself was great, honestly.
Absolutely. Paul, thoughts on the match? Anything?
It was insane. I mean, that first Claymore kick was insane. I mean, that just set everything off. I mean, you hear the pop in that. As soon as that happens, it's like, holy crap, this is going to be serious. Opening 5 seconds of the match and you get a Claymore kick, knock Seth out. It just set the tempo of this match. I mean, I tell you what, CM Punk sold this to me so good. This doing commentary, like I thought he was like, oh, dude, his arm is jacked up, bro. He's not even moving that. Drew's talking all the shit to him. He's not moving. He's playing this off so good that all of a sudden it's like at the end, like it comes off. And like, I'm ready to go. Let's go 15 rounds if you want to go. He sold it off really good, man. He did.
Adam, thoughts on the match?
I thought it was a great match. Great way to cash in. Great way to start the show. Great match.
Sure. Absolutely. And so I agree with Paul. CM Punk did a hell of a job selling it. He was at commentary. I thought CM Punk was going to get involved in the match, between Seth and Drew. I didn't think he was going to get involved after the match, but Drew couldn't leave it alone. Drew could not leave it alone. Got in CM Punk's face, and Punk had enough. He's, what? Be honest with you, what was Punk supposed to do? To be honest with you,
the best part about it, though, if you think about it, because when Drew was talking all that trash to Punk, Punk's just sitting there. He's chilling. He wasn't. Yeah. It didn't bother him one bit. He's like, keep talking, do what you got to do, And all of a sudden, the leg sweep, and you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that made the story so much better, Dave. Like, Dave, I pick on you all day long. You know how I pick on you every 5 seconds.
Every day, 24/7.
And one of these days, you're going to turn around and leg sweep my ass or something like that. Like that's what I mean. He played it off so good. It was like, okay, he's not going to do anything. He's really hurt or something. All of a sudden, this happens. It's like, oh wow, this is serious.
Yep. No, they played it off really good. They really did. And at first, I thought when Drew won the match, and originally he raised the belt, he was champ. I'm thinking, why would Priest? My first thought I thought was like, Priest can't come down. No, he's not injured. There's what's the point of cashing in? And then when Drew or whatever and talked to Punk and talked all that crap, and then they said, "Oh, here comes Priest." So it was, it was only like they waited like 5 extra minutes for Priest to make his entrance, which was good.
Eileen checking in saying, "Hello, all you handsome men."
Eileen, what's up, girl?
I think she's out of focus here. Maybe she's not wearing her
Yeah,
glasses.
I think so too.
And she also says, so is Punk's arm healed now? So to be honest with you, I don't think so. Like, he's supposed
Me
to be out there in
neither.
a few months. He just took it off and he hit Drew with it a couple times, the brace. He didn't really do anything with his arm. When he took Drew's legs out, his arm was still at that angle in the brace. And you know
Well,
what I mean?
when he took the brace off, he switched to hands and he hit him with the opposite hand too. So
which is
Right.
smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Like, so even if it was just a work, even if his arm wasn't actually hurt, him switching that brace to his other hand, really keeps that story going about him with the hurt elbow. So I think that was absolutely perfect.
I love the part where Drew sitting there talking to Punk, and Punk called him a big goof. I thought that was hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, keep talking, big goof.
All right. So any other thoughts on this match before we decide to move on, which was a fantastic match? Really
Great
set
match
the
to start the show. Set the tone for WrestleMania. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah, the tone was set. Title changed hands not once but twice. In the first match, can't ask for more than that.
Oh, absolutely.
I got one thing to ask you real quick.
Yeah.
What happens tomorrow night on Raw?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
This is the Raw Championship, right? So it's gonna
Right.
happen tomorrow night. Hell is gonna break loose. So
Hell's breaking loose.
Yeah, you have to figure Seth is hurt. Seth, but he's still
Seth-
gonna be. Dude is still gonna be there because he still technically has a rematch clause, right? So then Drew technically still has a rematch clause. So that tells me, what are we gonna see at the next pay-per-view? Three-way match. That's
Could
what
be
it's gonna
triple
be.
threat,
It's gonna
possibly.
be a triple threat match,
Mm.
no doubt. And I still think that Priest is gonna win. I think he's gonna carry it for a few months, maybe SummerSlam drop it. It's not gonna be a multi-year reign or run, nothing like that. It's not gonna be from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. It's gonna be a nice little run for Priest, get his feet wet as a main event guy. See what he has in him. See if he can carry the company. See if he can make some money and go from there.
You're saying that now, but we said the same thing about Gunther when he won the IC belt. We didn't think he was going to hold that long either. So.
But Triple H is a different breed now. He wants new fighters to have different reigns, different titles. Look what happened tonight. 1,316 days. It's over. New reign. The story's over. A new story starts. It's Triple H's way now. That's what I think it is.
It looks that way. Yeah.
I said in our group chat. So there's no way Cody wins tonight. We had 3 title changes on Saturday. Technically 3 on Sunday before Cody's match. I said I've never seen so many titles change hands.
Everything basically changed tonight.
Absolutely.
It did.
When you turn on your TV tomorrow, this is not the same Monday Night Raw that was on last
week.
Yeah,
I'm saying what if you missed WrestleMania, like, oh, well, she's the champ, he's the champ. You walk into Monday Night Raw, you're like, what in the hell happened?
Exactly.
If you fell into a short-term coma, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
That's why you got to watch the Atomic Drop podcast. I'm telling you right now.
We'll fill you in here.
We'll do our best.
All right. Any last thoughts on this, there, Adam?
Yeah. How long is Punk out for?
I think he has a couple more months yet. I don't think that's too much longer. I would think more closer to maybe SummerSlam.
I would say 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 at the most.
And so what does that take you? 8 weeks is what, like 2 months? So is that
2 months
to June? So you figure maybe July technically.
Well, you think he'd be ready for Clash in the Castle? I mean, that would give him a Drew McIntyre, a big thing here with Drew McIntyre overseas, right?
It's a possibility you might see him there. It's possible. I think so.
And I think that is that's probably a June pay-per-view. So
yeah, it's in June in Glasgow, England or something.
I'm okay with Punk on commentary, guys. I got to be honest. I love him on commentary. He's hysterical. He's so good at that. He really is.
He does fit right in there.
He does.
It's like we've talked about this before. It's a lot like Rowdy Piper when Piper would take over commentary when he was in WWE, WWF. It just slid right in there. It was natural.
Mm-hmm.
So last comment before we move on. Eileen says he could drop it at Clash at the Castle. Yeah, he absolutely could.
Possibly
get Drew the title back. I feel like it's going to bounce around a little bit now. It's not going to be held long term.
It could.
I agree.
All right, so
but kudos to Seth. I mean, Seth did a great job with that title. I mean, he defended it in and out. So
You can't say anything
Nothing
bad
against-
about him. He defended it every night. Every night is what you want to see a
Right,
fighter come out there and
exactly.
do. He did that. Kudos to him for his reign, for all this years that he had here. It's just something that you want to see as a fan of WWE. You've seen him defend it every night, not like, show up once every month or whatever. Kudos. Like you said, Dave, kudos to him.
Yeah,
Well,
kudos to Seth Rollins.
I think I can't say something about Seth's reign negative. Me.
Oh, go ahead, Ken. Let us know what it is.
Me and maybe some of the 129 live viewers right now, we might have something in common here with Seth's run that we did not like is all the goofy ass outfits that he would wear. That's about it. Besides that,
That's about it.
in-ring stuff,
But that's
all the
Seth Rollins.
title
That's what he
defense-
does.
All the title defenses, his in-ring work, his promos, gold, absolute gold. They
No
needed
doubt.
a champion like Seth Rollins to continuously defend the title because the other champion on the other brand was not.
Mhm.
Right.
You needed that. It's just the stupid ass outfits the man wore every week, but it also gave you a talking point, whether you hated the outfits or for whatever freaking reason you like the outfits. That was it. That was a talking point. So it's
Every time I see Seth, I feel like going into Katie's closet and raiding her closet.
look. Paul's gonna come out. Look, I'm Seth Rollins, Katie. It's like
I'm
what?
Seth Rollins,
in
dude.
the
No,
hell?
I really did like the Mummers thing though. That was kind of different, and it was just something a Philadelphia thing.
Yeah,
It was
And,
good.
and it was green and white too for the Eagles too, which I get.
Right? Yeah, I get it. Right, it was cool.
But why didn't Jason Kelly lead the Mummers Parade? He should have come back.
Good,
That would've
good
been,
point.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
crazy if they did it. But
He might have been one of the members. We don't know. They were all wearing masks and shit.
Mhm.
the biggest moment was that little leprechaun at the very end. Did you see him? He was
Yeah.
awesome. He was.
He was,
his stride. You know what I mean?
I saw that. Yep.
They picked his
Yeah.
ass up in South Bend. Eileen says, "I'm worried Seth is really hurt, though." I do think Seth is really hurt. That's why I don't. Either
Yeah.
we're not going to see Seth for a while, or we're going to see him just for a little bit longer, and that's it. I expect.
I think he's taking time off. I don't think he's really that injured, to be honest with you.
So injured or not, I do think he's going to be off for a little while.
I agree.
He might give him like 2 or 3 months.
I mean, hell, the reign that he's had, he needs some time off. Honestly.
Yeah,
Think about it, you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Yeah, how long?
So actually, off of this comment, let's go ahead and move on to our next match, the Philadelphia Street Fight. Nate F says, "I can't get over Snoop Dogg and Bubba Dudley in the street fight." So,
What is that?
so first off, Bubba Dudley as a special guest referee was awesome. I thought that's fantastic. What a
I was
great
surprised
callback
at that.
ECW.
That threw me off. I didn't
Yeah, me
expect
too.
that.
You weren't expecting it. It was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg again. I'm not. He had something to plug, and they brought him back. It had nothing to do with California or
Right.
Philadelphia. Had nothing to do with him. But there he was. So whatever. A little bit of Snoop Dogg doesn't hurt anybody.
Sure.
So
Maybe except the people at the link down there, because I heard there was a weed smell from Snoop Dogg sitting front row. You know what I mean?
Could you smell it from where you were?
Hey, I'm 4 hours away. I could smell. I went outside. I'm like, damn, that's Snoop.
I'm getting a contact high from Philadelphia here.
Exactly right.
Oh Lord.
Freaking
I moved out of Philly. I wouldn't smell this crap.
But I'll tell you what, there was a lot of pot references on tonight's
Yes.
broadcast. I
Even
was
Yeah.
really surprised.
Pat McAfee said something. I think it was something about when he said he's like, I smell the what is he
The herb, he said a
the
couple
herb. Yeah,
times.
I smell the herb in the air. You know,
I
I'm
think he
like,
even
oh,
said
God.
the 420s in the air. So there's a whole bunch of drug references. Really shocked me. But
Yeah, that 420 did come up tonight. That's a good point,
Yeah.
guys. I forgot about that. Yeah.
so this Philadelphia street fight I thought was incredibly disappointing,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
There was so much more they could have did with it. I mean, I was really, cause this is one of the matches I was really looking forward to because I thought there was going to be some good carnage, maybe a couple more
Yeah.
surprises, but I thought it was a huge letdown. I mean, in the end, the Street Profits come out with the win with Bobby Lashley, and Bubba Dudley. He didn't really get involved, but he did put the glasses on when Karrion Kross was in his face. I thought that was pretty sweet. They pulled off a couple Dudley moves. They had to get the tables thing. I thought that was pretty cool. But overall, this match was a clunker for me. Paul, what was your thoughts on this?
We talked on Friday night. We said actually, is this match really going to go outside like the streets of Philadelphia? We're calling it the streets of Philadelphia match here. To me, just like you said, Ken, it disappointed me in many ways. To me, it was more comical with with Bully Ray Bubba, coming in there now. It's more comical to me. But they didn't even really leave the ring for this whole thing. You know what I mean? That's what disappointed me the most. It could have been so much different. In a Philadelphia street match, Philadelphia, man, it's blue collar work, hardcore. That's what I wanted to see. And when you see Bubba Ray come out there, you're thinking like, oh my God, this is going to get ECW crazy street fight. It let me down in many ways, though. It really did.
Well, and so that's something we talked about last night, Paul. If you remember, we said, is this, or maybe it was Friday. Actually, I think it was Friday with you, Paul.
Mhm.
We talked about the Philadelphia street fight,
Right.
and we said, you asked if this is going to go out to the streets of Philadelphia. I said, no. I said, but it is going to go into the crowd. It's going to go into probably the backstage area and stuff.
Mhm.
No, it barely left the ring, and it was,
Right.
it's like, oh man, this is like they really missed out on an opportunity. I thought.
Mhm.
Adam, what are your thoughts on this match?
I was disappointed also. It should have went like backstage, like more extreme there in Philly. Philly's home like
A
extreme.
couple cheesesteaks to the face or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff they could have did there.
Yeah, that's a street fight. It should go backstage.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead. What do
They
you got
could
on
have took it outside. They could have put up some guardrails, the trash cans outside, a couple of stuff like that where they could have done that, but they didn't go as far as we thought they were going to.
it? Yeah,
It was good. I kind of liked it. I was happy the Street Profits won. I like Lashley, so I'm not gonna cry on that. But the only thing this match was missing, guys, honestly, was Devon Dudley. And I know he's not feeling well. I know he's got he's barely he's in bad shape right now. But if
well,
you
he
would
was
have
at
had
the Hall of Fame.
yeah, but he's not in the best. He can't even he's in bed. He can't even walk. He can walk, but he's just not in the best shape for it. We'll leave it at that. But if you would have had Devon and Bubba Ray, I think it would have been a little bit better. But it's fine. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't think. It wasn't up to expectations, like you said, Ken. I agree with that. I mean, like I said, could have took it outside. Could have done maybe a dumpster, maybe a couple of other things they could have done. But for the most part, I'm glad the Profits won. I'm glad for Lashley, and that Bubba Ray. It just wasn't the same without Devon.
Dave, real quick, you remember how we went to Payback in Pittsburgh? They had the Pennsylvania the Pittsburgh street fight with
Right,
the Judgment
exactly.
Day and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They
Yep.
took that not even 10 feet from us, because remember when I looked down, it's like, Dave, holy crap, they're behind the banner. The rail.
I remember. Yeah,
They picked up the bag and got Pittsburgh Penguin hockey sticks, and the
Right.
jerseys on. That to me, it went out a little bit further, and this one here is like, wow, it's let me down. It really did.
I like that they could have did so many different things with Philadelphia. They could have grabbed hockey sticks. They could have grabbed a football and started hitting each other with footballs or something like that. Cheesesteaks,
Mhm.
like I said, anything Philadelphia.
Right.
There could have been like little Liberty Bells sitting somewhere and just gonging each other with that shit or something. I don't know. Couple comments here before we move on to the next match. Sean Lazarchik says, "I love that stuff. The outfits. In fact, I think he's talking about the Mummers." He said Adam Glenn and I were going to buy some Mummer costumes. So there you go, Adam. Now you know what you're ready for Halloween. You and Sean will be trick or treating in the neighborhoods as Mummers. Eileen says
that.
Eileen says this is calling back to the Seth Rollins match with Drew McIntyre. Eileen says the knee at the end, he was really selling it. Seth was really selling that knee.
Yeah.
He absolutely was. He's a really good worker. Seth is phenomenal in the ring. Nate says, as soon as I saw Bubba, I knew he was going to control the fight. What that?
Yeah, it was just more comical, like you said, Kim. When he put the glasses on, with the little tape in the middle, that brought me back to my oh god, I know I'm going to get the tables. I know that's coming. When he did that, the push, and then they pushed it off to the push, to the push, to push. I'm like, okay, this is more of a comical thing. It's about to be over anyway. That's it.
And speaking of comical, it was kind of funny. It wasn't intentional when they put the table up in the middle of the ring. And they put a carrying cross on it. The one leg gave out, and then the fucking table broke.
Yes, and they brought right.
It's like, well, one more time, and they pulled the next.
And they brought the extra table in.
They put the table up, and the leg folded underneath again. And Bobby Lashley had to fix it. It's like, oh my god, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna break it again, and this is gonna be ridiculous.
That's called a botch, guys.
Then last night we weren't supposed to get the ladder to break. Remember the ladder last
right,
night?
Right,
wasn't supposed to break it. That
right.
one broke. Tonight we got the opposite effect.
Yeah, you had Miz climb up that one side of the ladder, and that leg was buckling at the end. I'm like, oh my god, Jason Fine's on call here. Well, this is gonna be
exactly. 1-800-HURT-123.
Big Al.
Tony Big Al.
But I was let down in the lack of effort they had put into it. It could have been a great match. It absolutely could have been a great match. And
I mean, as bad as the match was, I'm still glad the Profits and Lashley won. That's
Our Profits on SmackDown already on Raw.
I think they're SmackDown.
they're SmackDown.
I think both those teams are SmackDown.
Yeah. No.
I went into SmackDown tag team titles now. That's their
Mhm.
split.
Yeah, actually, you're right, Adam. They could be right into that, into the title picture for the SmackDown tag team titles.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Because
All
I
right.
want to go in theory. So you got the Street Profits as tag team champions.
yeah.
Right.
Oh, for the love of Christ, I hope somebody beats them quick. Sean Lazarchik says Kyle Flax too. I think he said Kyle Filiak is a guy that we work with, is going to be a mummer with Adam Glenn and Sean
Oh,
Lazarchik.
there you go.
Cheating. So there we go. Kyle doesn't know that, but
Adam, you got some mummers there for you, bud.
all right. So moving on from there, we had the United States Championship match. We had KO versus Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and the mysterious Prime Bottle. And
Yeah.
we'll get into that one here. All right. So for those that didn't see it, Logan Paul does come out victorious with the help from a Prime Bottle and a speedy fella inside of it. And whatever the hell that means, we'll get into that here in a second. But let's start off with Adam Glenn. Adam Glenn, what was your thoughts on the triple threat match for the United States champion and Logan Paul retaining?
I thought it was a good match. Not surprised that Logan Paul retained because he is great on the mic and brings the heat. Great on the mic, good wrestler. I think he will hold the title. Great match, but where then like with that Prime guy, whoever came out.
Speedy Gonzalez, I think they said.
Speed. It was Speed. Yeah.
Speed?
Speed, I think his name was. Yeah.
Is that his first or last name?
I think that's his first name. I think that's what they call him, Speed.
That's just his YouTube tag.
Yeah,
his
that's his
handle.
handle. Speed.
Andrew something or like that. He has 2.5 million subscribers on YouTube.
Crazy.
What does he do?
And here we are, fiddle
He
messing
dresses
around
up his
here.
Prime bottles.
I know we're being serious here. We don't even have, well, we have like 5 million viewers, but still, they don't need to know that. But we can't even get viewers on here. This guy's acting a fool.
Well, Paul does have 156 live viewers right now. I bet you
There you go.
Speedy
So you
has
better
nothing
make sure
right
you
now.
smash that subscribe button on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Down in the box there. OOTV. And also, Kenny, what is that hashtag that this beautiful Atomic Drop podcast has?
Our hashtag, our Twitter handle is at Atomic Drop OOTBE.
There you go.
There you go.
That's on X. We have 156 live viewers right now. Throw your comments out there. Speedy, he doesn't have 156 live viewers right now. They're still peeling his ass off the table from where Randy Orton planted him.
Yes, that's right.
Dave, thoughts on this match? Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I want to go. Let's go to the very beginning of the opening when Kevin Owens comes out on the cart. I loved it because that was pretty much a continuation of what they did Friday night on SmackDown, which was great. And then Randy jumps on top of the cart. He's like, "Let's go!" He drives down. Those two together, I love it. I'm a fan of Randy and KO. I think in the ring together, it was great. They were talking to each other, and then Randy all of a sudden almost puts RKO on KO, which was good. That's the Viper. That's what the Viper does. That's how great he is. The match itself was great. I kind of knew that Logan Paul was going to retain, kind of saw that coming. But it just puts it down the line. KO get another shot at it. I'm okay with it.
Paul?
Before you said that, Dave, let's go back and before that. Remember how last night when KO was coming out, he was there. Sami Zayn was coming into the match.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
So right there, I'm thinking like, oh, damn, they're really going to give KO this push right here. That's what's going to happen. It's the Philadelphia thing. But listen, as much as I don't like Logan Paul, you got to give this dude so much freaking respect and credit. This dude, nobody thought he was going to be this way coming to this ring. He's one of the most, to me, he's an innovative wrestler. He's a high flyer. He shows heart. He shows great work on the mic. You can't go wrong. This guy, listen, when you come into this organization here and you are the number one sponsor being Prime, they're never going to let him go and really never let him have a letdown because he is like the vocal part of sponsorship for the WWE if you think about it.
I agree. Yeah.
Totally. And so Logan Paul, you hear a lot of the wrestlers say, the ones that are still wrestling now, the ones from past, saying that Logan Paul is so natural. They remind him a lot of Kurt Angle when he started because he had no experience in professional wrestling, but he picked it up so fast and he was a natural. And when you're being compared to Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, I mean, you can't go wrong there. So Logan Paul, it wasn't a surprise that he He retained. He is very good in the ring.
Mhm.
He brings a lot of heat because a lot of people don't like him. But he brings also a lot of eyes and money because the kids love him for whatever the hell the reason is. I'm not sure. But yeah, we got Nate F here saying the I Show Speed segment sucked. And so that it's funny he brings up I Show Speed. That's the speedy guy in the Prime bottle.
Yes.
I said my daughter, she was walking by at that time. And I said Emerson, I said, is that the KSI guy? And she started laughing. She goes, no, that's I Show Speed. I said, who? It's I Show Speed. I said, you show speed. She goes, no, that's his name. I Show Speed.
I Show Speed.
And I'm like, that's not the KSI guy. Are they the same person? She goes, no, that's not KSI. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm old. Like I said, I'm applying for AARP as we speak now because I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm confused.
I already have AARP. I already have AARP.
Paul's already into it. Eileen says Speed was in the costume. And here, like, this KSI guy's a different person. I had no idea.
Yeah.
He was the person last time. So if I'm wrestling Logan Paul, the first thing I'm looking for is the Prime bottle with the person in. I'm kicking the shit out of it first thing. The first thing I do.
Yeah.
Eileen said she wanted KO to win. I did as well. But
a lot of people did. A lot of people wanted KO to win.
I wasn't too surprised though. Again, like
I wasn't either.
Hopefully Logan Paul's around a little bit more though and defends it more. Nate says I didn't like the match at the beginning. I thought Randy was going to get that title and Logan shouldn't have gotten it. I thought Randy was actually going to get that RKO on KO. Actually, I thought he was going to get it there.
He almost did. He almost did. It was close.
I thought that's a pretty cool spot there in the beginning. Are we going to do this now? Then are we going to do this now? I thought that's pretty cool.
Were you surprised that he gave up the brass knuckles to the ref?
I was, but until he seen what he was going to do, where he was going to punt, and that's kind of like his version of the brass knuckles. He's knocked out so many different people. They actually banned the move because, and so I think it was a legit banning too, not like always hurting people because of course we know professional wrestling's a little bit of a work, but I guess people were complaining that it's too violent. This is back during the PG era of Vince McMahon. So if you've watched wrestling for a while, you know how lethal that punt is in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So you see him give the brass knucks. I'm thinking, what the hell's he doing? Then he backed up. I'm like, oh, he's gonna punt his ass. So in my mind, that's the same exact thing as the brass knucks.
That's a Randy move, though. We know that. We've seen that many times. And
I actually thought that somebody was going to get the brass knucks back off the referee. To be honest with you, I thought either the referee was going to hand him over because he's a Prime fan or whatever. Or he's KSI in a referee's outfit. I don't know. But I thought somehow they were going to get it back from the referee.
No, it just wasn't the case. Logan Paul, though, but that boy can fly. He gets up there. He's good on that top rope, man. I'll give him that.
Nate says Randy and KO should become a tag team. Adam,
I've been saying that for how much? At least 2 weeks now. I've been saying that.
That's someone I don't want to be a tag team member with. The Viper. That dude can change on you at any second. That is the worst tag team.
Yeah, but those two are so good together, Paul. They really are.
That's just like me. I'm your best friend 5 seconds, and then I'm flipping on you. That's
I get it, but they work together. When I saw them Friday night, I'm like, those two are awesome. It was just absolutely. They work together. They don't.
But would it in reality? Would it work? I mean, you have to watch.
I think it would for a month or two. It might.
A month, Dave. How long is that going? A month, Dave.
Hey, it's good. It's a good show. And those two could really, they put it. It's good. I like it. I would love those two as tag team.
Adam, do you think that they'd be a good tag team?
Nah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Way to have my back, Adam. I appreciate it. There.
I agree. I think it'd be a good tag team for a short amount of time before they'd be at each other, and then I think that'd be a hell of a feud between KO and Randy. Yeah. That's something I'd really like to see. Sean wants to know who was the biggest upset of the. I don't know if he means of the night or the weekend of the night. Biggest upset for me probably would be the Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre spot. Either that or the Cody Rhodes spot, but I think the biggest upset for me would be the Priest over McIntyre cash-in.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I can't go Bailey and Io because you kind of knew what was going to happen there. So
yeah, I think tonight it had to be the Drew thing there, of course. But overall, so far, it was a tag team match yesterday. Who would have thought that was going to happen? You know what I mean?
No, I think the biggest upset was Sami Zayn beating Gunther. I don't think everybody saw that coming.
Well, you're in Philadelphia. You've seen it happen. It's the Philadelphia story. You know, the
Well,
Rocky.
and
Yeah,
that-
well, I get it, but I think everybody thought Gunther was going to retain, though.
That actually what makes it the biggest upset is the whole Rocky part of it. You know,
Right.
that was the big
Right.
upset. And a couple more before we move on to the next match. Nate says Snoop and Dre's Gin and Juice should be the middle of the ring sponsor. Prime sucks. I'm down with that. I'll tell you
I'll
what.
tell you
I'm
what,
down
kid.
with
I'll
that.
tell you what. If you and I were sitting in front row, if I didn't sell my tickets, we would have been front row there. I tell you what, if they had that gin and juice right in front of us, we'd be some lit dudes at that show.
I mean, guys, real quick. I mean, did you really notice the prime sign in the middle of the ring? Wasn't that obvious?
yeah. You watch
I don't
it on
think-
Honey
I don't think it was that obvious. It was.
I'm on both sides of this. It was obvious because I knew it was there, but it wasn't as obvious. I was worried that it was going to be colored like red, white,
Right.
blue, like a big.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah.
The one thing I did see a wrestler on Saturday slip on it a little bit. I don't remember who it was though. I
Mhm.
can't remember who it was. They stepped on it and their like foot kind of slid a little bit.
Mhm.
So that's something they should look at going forward.
I mean, but if you're watching the show, I mean, what's a real like if you're not like us being wrestling fans, we see it, but a regular fan like watching it for the first time, I don't think they would notice it.
It looks normal. I think if
Right.
if you just watch wrestling occasionally like a Super Bowl, if you're
Yeah.
not a football fan and you're watching the Super Bowl, the only game you watch is once a year is the Super Bowl. The only wrestling event you watch once a year is the WrestleMania, just because you're
Sure.
at a party.
Right.
You're not going to notice that because
No.
the way they had it without it being too colorful, I thought what wasn't bad at all.
The only time it bothered me was, of course, the ring is white. You barely see the logo, but on the outside with the LED lights were on, where they flashed the prime going on, everything was
Yeah.
just like a white Christmas at the bottom of the ring and around it. That's what
Yeah.
bothered me the most. Like, oh my god, dude, how much really is Logan Paul making off this? You know,
A
Yeah.
lot of money.
A lot of money.
I heard something like $1 billion or something. Like, who was that? One of the announcers said something like that. I heard the number pop up, and they're like, I think it was McAfee. Like, how can you hate him? He is a genius. He's global. He's viral. You know, the dude knows what he's doing. I mean, damn.
And they were using his bottles of prime as weapons and everything there, and that was it.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Mhm.
Nate says Emerson doesn't show speed. I'll agree with you there, Nate. Emerson is my daughter. And then Nate says, don't say I said that. All right, Nate, I will not say you said that, but it's been on here now for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So,
And you just
Eileen says it wasn't that obvious unless overhead shot. And that's one thing I want to say before we move on is I'll give Logan Paul this, self-promotion and Prime. He won that title, and what did he do? He had the
Right
overhead
up.
shot of the Prime
Yeah.
bottle. He looked up, with the title. That's absolutely perfect. That's
oh, he
genius.
drank it too. He drank it in the middle of the ring.
And that's absolute genius. That is
Right.
genius. That's marketing,
Yeah.
101 right there. Absolutely.
Sure is.
Totally.
Kudos to
Well,
him on that.
If you're gonna sell it, you better drink it.
The one thing I'll say about Logan Paul before we move on is he needs to find better friends than that douchebag down under, that kangaroo jackass, and A-Town down under, whatever the hell his name is, Theory.
No love for Kangaroo Jackass here, guys.
No
Absolutely
love
not.
for Grayson Waller from
Douchebag
Big Man.
down
That's
under.
for sure.
Nope, never gonna happen. All right, so moving on from there to
AKA Kangaroo Jackass.
the kangaroo jackass, the douchebag from down under.
That's right.
Moving on to LA Knight, AJ Styles match. I thought that was a really good match. It could have been better, but for what it was a non-title match. I thought it was pretty good. The crowd was behind LA Knight for the most part. AJ looked phenomenal, like he
Yeah. Of
usually
course.
does.
Always
Uh,
does.
But I tell you what, I thought it was a good match, and I said this last night. I think if LA Knight has a good showing and wins this match, it could push him more into the title chase, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I think it did. I think he had a good enough showing. It was a good match. It wasn't great. It wasn't his best match, but it was a good match. And I think this puts him right in the title hunt, right in the title picture. Dave, go ahead. We'll start you. With
I totally agree with you. Definitely puts him in the title picture. This was a big win for him at WrestleMania. This is what he needed. I'm so happy for LA Knight. I hope they push him higher. I've been saying that for months. That he needs a title, guys. I mean, he's got US. So give him something because he worked so hard and he deserves it. But the match itself was great. I was about 10, 15 minutes, somewhere in there. But the ending was great. You knew AJ took his final. I can't spit it out, but AJ was great tonight. He did his thing, but LA Knight definitely got the win, deserved it, And I'll tell you, the fans love LA Knight, and it's so obvious. And how can you not? He's great. Go ahead.
First, it's like you said, Ken. AJ looked amazing. My God, he's that his body is insane. Like what he's been doing, I don't know what the hell he's on.
He's been working out.
Well, he's been
CrossFit.
working out. Yeah, CrossFit. That's what it is, basically. He's probably working out Kelly Slaughter.
Yeah.
Daughter of Sergeant
Shout out to
CrossFit.
Kelly Slaughter.
Exactly. The match was really good. You guys are saying that maybe this gave LA Knight the push. I thought about this. I was actually texting my buddy, and he's a big LA Knight fan. He's like, I think they opened this up for the Intercontinental Championship. It's wide open.
I'm okay with that.
With Sami Zayn, because he was like, imagine a Sami Zayn pop and an LA Knight pop. That would be two huge names, carrying on a title here, because they are really big names now. I think that's where they go, but I enjoyed the match. I really did. Dave, I know you're an LA Knight fan. I'm not. I'm all done with the yeah. I don't want to hear anymore. Yeah. Now
you're going to hear a lot more of that.
That's what I mean, Dave. That's what I mean. I want to put my earplugs on when you speak again about it. Go ahead.
Adam Glenn, go ahead, buddy.
I thought it was a good match. It's time for LA to get a title. I think it's time for
Totally agree.
Halo to step aside and maybe the IC title. But it's time for him to get a title. And I think you're going to be the top of a discussion at junior high tomorrow, okay, for not knowing who Speed was.
And that's fine. If they want to talk, if the junior high children want to talk crap, no candy for them. Come Halloween. So
I think you guys would say, "Oh my gosh, my dad didn't know who Speed was."
Maybe this will get Emerson a blanket party. Maybe some kids will try to beat her up at school or something. I don't know. Or my youngest daughter, Callie, maybe they'll try to beat her up at school because I didn't know who the Show Me Speed is.
I think AJ's actually he's going to call it quits soon, guys. I think it's time. I just don't see him. I mean,
I don't think so.
I do because he's been saying it. It's I don't know how long it's going to be, but I think maybe a few more months, AJ might be done. So we'll see.
Dave, have you seen his body? He ain't quitting pretty.
No, I get it, but that's I'm telling you, I'm just from what I'm hearing.
Who'd you hear it from? First of all, him?
I've talked to a few people from wrestling fans that I know that say AJ might be calling it quits in a few months.
Well, you know what? I'm going to call John Cena this week and ask him what he thinks.
You do that.
He follows
you
out
do that.
Sports. I'm going to call him this week and find out.
Yeah, and he'll say the same thing I told you.
Peacemaker falling out of the box sports. John Cena. Salute you.
John Cena.
But AJ Styles just looked like he had enough, and he got rid of the OC, so I could see him calling it a career soon. Cutting OC.
How long has he been? Like, I know he was in Japan for a long time. How long has he actually been wrestling?
A long time.
Right?
Yeah. Well, so he was in WWF for a little bit. Then he was TNA, New Japan, all that stuff. Indie stuff, and then finally coming back to WWE. So he has been around for a very long time. I have a hard time seeing him stepping away anytime soon.
Yeah.
You guys are saying 4 months. If you want to say, 2 to 4 years, okay, I could see that. But the dude is still in terrific shape. He looks great. He's relevant.
But it's family. He wants to be with his family. He said that. He wants to be with his, So.
And he's always being compared to Shawn Michaels. They're saying he's the greatest in-ring worker since Shawn Michaels. I've heard that on air a couple times.
He is great.
So I mean, I just don't see it yet. But if other wrestling fans are telling you that, Dave, then
I'm just saying it's a family. He wants to be with his family. He's been, it's just it is what it is.
I want to be with my family, but I tell them shut the hell up, leave me alone. I'm still going.
That's you.
Turn around. I'm busy.
That's right. What's up?
I got a couple comments here before we move on. Eileen says, you think they could trade LA Knight to Raw now that Cody has to go to SmackDown because Cody did win the SmackDown world title. So they usually do the draft sometime after WrestleMania, I think.
It's usually after WrestleMania.
It's like a month or so or whatever after WrestleMania. So that's where we see our shakeups. So it's going to be
I'm going to disagree with Eileen on that one. I think LA Knight he just keep him on SmackDown. That's where he belongs.
Why?
Because he's a SmackDown guy. He just is.
Why?
Why?
What makes him a SmackDown guy, Dave?
Because he fits. To me, he's just not a Raw dude. He's just not. he fits perfectly on SmackDown. That's where he belongs. And
What? And so okay. So
some wrestlers belong on some certain shows. He deserves on SmackDown. He's a SmackDown guy.
Traditionally, I understand what you're saying. I think now, Dave. Traditionally, SmackDown's more of your wrestling product, whereas
Yes.
Raw, you get a lot more of the talk and the soap opera type stuff.
Yep.
But I think LA Knight fits in perfect there because he's one hell of a talker. He's one hell of a talker. I think he's been on a soap opera before. So that's where I think, LA Knight, I wouldn't be too surprised if you do find him on Raw sometime soon to fight, maybe the Judgment Day or something like that or whatever. I'm not sure, but he could be on either. Like I said, traditionally SmackDown is more of your wrestling.
Right.
As Raw is 3 hours, you get a lot more talking, more drama and stuff like that.
All right, Ken, real quick. I just looked on Twitter here. Triple H, this is what he says. Confirm the WWE draft will take place in a month's time. Per tradition, after SmackDown, it will relay within 1 month, as last year started on April 28th and ended May 1st. So it should be in the next 4 weeks.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful. That hell of a job there, Paul.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
We got Nate F. commenting again. He says, I think the build-up to the match was too much with LA Knight. Sent to jail. I think that was over the top, in my opinion.
Why do you think it was out? Why does he think it was out of the too much? Because I tell you what, when you have a good lawyer, he probably called Jason Fine 1-800-123. That's what.
Is that what he did?
He probably called him. You got to call Big Al. You don't even stay in jail. You get Big Al. Hey, release him. Get out of here. Go home. That's what it was.
Big Al's like, I'll take care of this.
I got
that 33rd, that 33rd to 3rd%. There you go.
Well, he didn't get injured. He didn't want the money. He just wanted to get
out.
He didn't care about that.
I got you.
Well, boy, Mr. Night Out.
Mm-hmm.
Nate says, LA Knight says, yeah, too much. An occasional few times is one thing. Every other word is too much.
Thank you. I agree, Nate. Thank you.
Nate Dogg is on it here. Here we go. Nate says, don't say that about Emmy, Mr. Fry. And it's I show speed, not show speed, just so you know.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, settle your horses there, Mr. Nate.
Just so you know.
I'm glad we got young people educating us, Ken. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't know who Show Me Speed was.
I knew the name because I play Fortnite once in a while, and I did see he's on top of all the leaderboards. He's the talk of people. But you're playing the game. They're like, they talk about this guy. I'm like, who the hell's that? I don't know who he is. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know who the guy is. You know?
I'll ask Faith tomorrow morning who Show Me Speed is. I'm sure she'll tell me.
Well,
if you play Fortnite, you know. Yeah.
So I wonder, Paul. Like I said in our group chat, I said my 5-year-old plays Fortnite. I wonder when he's saying I show speed. I thought maybe he had something wrong with his speech, like he wasn't completing a sentence. Or maybe he's trying to tell me this game. I'm like, yes, Brennan, you show me speed, Brennan. You show me speed, buddy. Go ahead.
That's what I heard tonight. He was like, I show speed. And I'm thinking he's running the same damn speed. You know, the wrestlers are running the same way. Who's showing more speed than the other guy? I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, Fortnite. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was banging the coffee table, while massaging my temples, like, I'm so old. I hate this. I'm angry. What's going on? Internet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Nate is educating us here.
There you
go. Nate is a young dog here. Nate's I think a freshman in high school. He does have school tomorrow.
There you go.
He has a half a day for the eclipse, but his ass should be in bed. But thank you for taking the show out, Nate. We appreciate
tomorrow's the eclipse, guys.
Hang out with us here for a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit to go here. Yeah, that's Nate. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, if a teacher gives you a problem, just say, "Listen, teach. I was watching the Atomic Drop podcast on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, so leave me alone. You want to bitch about it? Go see them guys."
Yeah,
talk to us. We'll talk to you. Yeah.
He goes to my alma mater. Pottsville High here. So if there's any problems, just tell him
That's right. The legend.
Don't bring my name up. Never mind that. That's not going to go over well. So
Teacher,
just tell him you were watching the Showstopper.
No, just
bring up Adam Glenn's name. Adam Glenn was the mayor of Pottsville there for a while.
Oh, there you go.
Please, wow.
depending on the teacher, I might be able to get me out of it.
Eileen says, but you need a baby face for Raw if Rollins is out. And she's 100% right. You need a baby face to combat the Judgment Day. And we'll see what they do. Because usually the Raw after WrestleMania, you do have somebody from NXT come up too. We know Braun Boulder is on SmackDown. Do we get anybody else from NXT making a surprise appearance tomorrow night? We will wait and see. We got also Eileen saying the fans love him enough that he could fill a void at Raw if Rollins is out 100%.
That's true, yeah.
He could, yeah.
He brings that attitude, that badass, still like a reflection of the Attitude Era, because the whole, he's just a Rock and Stone Cold ripoff, which is 100% fine. I don't understand what the issue with that is. Nate says IShowSpeed is one of the dumbest streamers ever. All right, well, at least he holds a title or something.
Well, 202.5 million subscribers.
I was going to say he's doing something right.
One dumbest name ever. IShowSpeed. Dumb name.
Hey,
You're right.
put me there as a water bottle, and I'll do the same thing.
Absolutely, 100%. If it gets me 2.4 million viewers, I'll do pretty much almost anything.
What the heck?
I don't know about that, but anyway. Nate says that I'm a freshman with a friend who's asleep. I'm gonna hang out. Her ass better be asleep there.
Well,
'cause she has school too.
My kids
All
do
right.
too tomorrow morning. I get it.
So moving on to the next match. This was a great match, in my opinion. Was the Io Sky Bailey Championship match.
I think I'm losing internet. I gotta go, guys. I think I'm freaking losing internet now. All right.
All right.
Oh yeah, Mr. Man over there. Are you fading? Are you fading, Mr. Man over there?
Pray for Japan. Pray for Japan. Paul, it's gonna be okay, buddy. The Asians shall rise.
He's
again.
fading.
The Asian Empire shall rise again, Paul. So
One day.
yeah. Bailey pulls off the win, and actually one of the, could have been match of the night. You could argue it match of the night if it wasn't for the Cody match and actually the Seth and Drew match. This fantastic match, great match, probably the best women's match out of both nights. As much as I love Rhea and Becky, I'm a huge Rhea fan. This match was phenomenal. Bailey, the way she sold the knee injury and just kept out of the crowd was so behind her, and they were singing crap. I didn't know
Hey, Bailey.
the voice crack on that lad.
I want to know.
We just lost
If
all of our
you be
viewers.
my
Jesus
girl.
Christ.
We went from 164 to 0 like that.
I lost him now.
So great match. Dave, we'll get to you in a second. Paul, you kicked this one off. Dave went last time. Last time. Paul, you kicked this
go
one
ahead.
off.
Pray for
Fuji.
Japan is all I'm going to say right now. Please pray for Japan. Hashtag that out right now. Please pray for Japan because it was a Asian crime this weekend. We all lost everything. But you know what? I mean, Bailey deserves it, man. Listen, as a fan of the wrestling here, she deserves it. Her story going through the Kabuki Warriors, setting up Damage Control, doing all this stuff. She finally on one of her biggest stages ever, WrestleMania. She got her title. Well deserved. I just hate to say it was. I mean, it was a great match no matter what. These girls were high flying. It was awesome to watch. Kudos to Bailey. Congratulations. But I'm just a little disappointed that there is no gold around any Asian's waist anymore. You know what I mean?
What about the
Well,
tag?
Yeah,
They're going to. Well, if that wasn't a title match, they would have lost that too, Adam. So I know it's coming. I have small eyes, but I am going to see the future. Probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, they're going to lose that title too.
Bailey's taking down the Asians.
Well, hell, everybody is. Everybody's beating the hell out of us now.
So real quick, we got a disclaimer here. We do not have any sort of we have nothing against Asians. Any kind of Asian stereotype. We love Asians. We love Asian food. Paul is Asian, so that's
right.
That's why we it's nothing against Asian people. We love Asian people.
Yeah, we all love every group here. Out of the box here, it's all a big family here. We like to have fun with it. You take punches and you punch back, but it was an Asian crime this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. Hashtag pray for Japan.
And so Nate says, Paul, you're glitching out a little bit, buddy.
Hey, that was pretty good. I did it on purpose. Watch.
Oh God.
And he has Dave. Adam, go ahead. Your thoughts on this match?
Well deserved for Bailey, and hopefully she has a long title run. But she always been with the company, so well deserved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's been a champion a couple different times, but it's been a while, and she's almost been a footnote kind of to Damage Control a little bit the last few years. So yeah, it's absolutely deserved. I agree there, Adam. I think it's very well deserved. Dave, go ahead. Dave, I got a question for you before you kick off here. Where does that song originate from? Like I'd never heard them sing that for Bailey before, but I mean I've been in and out of watching wrestling until we started the
kind
show,
of kind of a Dirty Dancing thing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Type deal.
I've never heard that during Dirty Dancing. I see that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's in the movie. The song's in the movie.
Well, okay. All right, you're right. It is, but I can kind of picture it right now. But like the way that they're singing, it's not in the movie.
No, but it was for Bailey. It was just it was a perfect song for Bailey. Instead of "Hey baby, Bailey," go get it.
You weren't, Dave. Were you at your house when we were watching this tonight, or were you over at friends' houses tonight?
No, I was at a friend's.
You weren't singing that when this is on, were you?
No, but I was trying. No, I was figuring. We were trying to figure it out. And then my friend Tony was telling me, he's like, I couldn't figure it out. When you texted it, I was like, okay, I knew exactly what it was. Then when they started to sing it, so instead of saying "Hey baby," they just put Bailey in there. That's all.
Well, but I mean, like I've never heard it sung for Bailey before. Like what makes it now?
Good question. Something they came up with, like a Philly thing. I don't know.
I just say it was out of nowhere.
But it was a perfect segment to do it, though. I thought it was great. Honestly,
I enjoyed it as well. I did. It kept going on. Then I started thinking, like, well, is this like overdubbed? Is this actually like, is WWE doing this, or is this the fans? Because it just kept going and going and going. It's like, well, whatever.
It was great because the way it was. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect for the match. I thought.
All right, and Nate says I've heard this song at football games. I that's where I've heard it last. Is that actually at high school football games? Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, myself.
What's that?
I was just thinking that myself. It's from high school days.
Football games. Go ahead, Dave. Finish your thought there, bud.
The match itself was great. But the girl who started Damage Control finished Damage Control. And my question was, where was Damage Control tonight? We didn't see. Where were they?
They walked out with her.
I thought they were banned from the ring because I did hear him want to say it's a one-on-one.
Is that what is? I didn't hear. Was that a stipulation? Because I didn't hear that.
I think it was.
I don't know if it's a stipulation. They walked out with Bailey to the top of the ramp. Then they walked back, and then I think it was McAfee. It might have been McAfee or Corey Graves. Said, I guess she's coming out here by herself. It's going to be a one-on-one match, just like it should be. But I don't know if that was actually an actual
no Dakota Kai. There was no Kairi Sane. There was no Asuka. I'm thinking, where's Damage Control? To help out.
Is this the Kabuki Warriors just going on their own, or was it a breakup?
Right. I mean, I was surprised they weren't at ringside. I just I didn't see that. But
I think Asuka goes on her own now. I really do, because she's better off as a single wrestler. She held titles, and I think it's better for her to lose this and go singles again. Bailey
is known of defying the odds, and she's been doing that her whole career. So for her to win the title tonight was no surprise to me. She definitely deserves it. She is a part of the Four Horsemen, guys, so you got to give her credit there. I mean, she is the fourth horseman, but she is part of the four. So I think it was great. And Bailey always, being a heel for all those years, and the fans, liking her tonight, doesn't get any better. So it's only going to get better from here. And she's great. She's great. She's a great wrestler, and well deserved for tonight for her title run. I hope it goes far.
It was great to hear the cheers for Bailey again. I think she's best when she's a face. I think she's a terrific baby face. The fans love her. So
she's come a long way.
I mean, for her to be dogging the fans as long as she has, and then the fans coming back and enjoying her, I think that's a plus for
her. And so whenever she did dog the fans, it was very playful. Like when you see Rhea dog the fans, she's like telling them to kiss her ass, and she's like very abrasive. But Bailey was always kind of playful, like
calling fans idiots,
Yeah, but like the way she would do it, like there was, like you could call somebody an idiot and it's gonna hurt, and she's like, well, "You're an idiot." And
right?
That's not gonna hurt. Like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. You're right, Bailey. So
ding dong, hello.
Nate says, "I heard Damage Control being at the commentators' table, but never saw them." I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear. No.
That
was my question. Where was Damage Control? That's all I wanted to know.
Like Io Sky might have said to them, "Hey, I can do this on my own." We don't know. We'll find out on SmackDown.
Yeah,
because it's good. Because if they didn't come down to help, and Io Sky's like, "Hey, in Japanese probably, where were you guys?" And then Asuka is like, making all weird faces. As much I love Asuka, so she can make all the weird faces she wants. But it's if that happens, then we could see the end of Damage Control.
I think Damage Control's done, guys. I do.
All right.
We'll see.
Any other thoughts on this match before we move on to the final
And
match?
then actually, it would be a good run for if Damage Control is done. It would actually be a good run for Dakota Kai too. When you think about it, she can go on her own and do her thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I don't know if they split up the like Paul. I don't know like you were saying about Asuka.
The
I don't know if
Kabuki
they
Warriors.
split up the Kabuki Warriors yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because that seems like the fans really like them. I'd like to see Kairi Sane do and Asuka separate, though. I would like to see them both go singles. Asuka, of course, has been a multi-time champion already.
I was going to say she's done her. Yeah, right.
See, that's why I say I think they do split up since Io lost the title here. Asuka and Kairi is the tag team champs, but there's the three person here is going to be the odd man out. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't work out being a tag team champion and having one that doesn't have a title. There's too much control there. I just can't see how it works. I can see either Io going, and doing her own thing, of course, or to me, the best one would be Asuka. She's been there, she's done that. She can hold her in the ring with anybody, honestly.
She can hold her own.
Kairi is too small to. How the hell would she beat Rhea? How the hell can she beat anyone else? That's just me thinking, but
yeah.
Kudos to Bailey, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, really cool. Any last thoughts before we move on?
Just disappointing to me. But very seeable. I mean,
Sorry, Mr. Agent Man.
Well,
what wasn't your night?
Well, being deserved. For the fans, it's deserving. As a fan, it's deserving. But
sure.
Emotional, you're like, well, damn, we're back down to square one again. We've rised up, and we got the atomic drop dropped on us tonight, and we're done.
Yep.
Hey, did you know Michael Cole apologized to Billy? He's like, yeah, we never got along, but he put her over. He's like, she's good.
Yeah.
Well, and that real quick before you do move on, the one part I did love about this match with Io Sky is she started apologizing to Bailey. I'm sorry, and Bailey stopped, and then she just smacked her or punched her, whatever it was. I'm like, that's fantastic, great heel move there. Great job by Io Sky and Bailey doing that spot. I thought that was awesome.
And you know what? I know you guys. I remember during the season, I've been telling what I tell you what Io Asuka said in the group chat. Of course, she did once say one word in Japanese. When she was there, she said "Gomenasai." That means I'm very sorry, and she actually said it in Japanese. I was like, holy shit, she really said that, and that means I'm sorry in a fast way. I'm like, wow, Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Now that we know that Bailey does, speak Japanese, and Rosetta Stone helped Bailey out very much, and
there you go.
She understood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so before we move on to the final match, I'm going to go ahead and do our sponsor reads here real quick before we move on. Of course, we've mentioned his name a couple times here. Jason Fine, attorney Big Al. You can reach Big Al at 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Jason Fine specializes in motor vehicle accidents, slip and fall, workman's comp, and personal injury claims. He has 3 office locations conveniently located throughout Pennsylvania and the Garden State of New Jersey. In New Jersey, the offices are located in Cherry Hill, 3 Greensward Lane. The phone number there is 856-209-5258. And in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The offices are located at 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. The phone number there is 412-365-8151. And in the city of Brotherly Love, the offices are located at 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. The phone number there is 267-888-2980. Real quick, Paul, do you want to mention your the 33 and the 3rd% things? I don't understand it because I'm not a legalese.
Definitely, guys. Listen, if you're out there, you need an injury lawyer, please call 1-800-123. I'm one of the live operators. I'm one of the office managers. I don't work in the office. I work from home. But please call 1-800-123. Reason why we say that, make sure we have a family discount. Out of the box, tell them Out of the Box sent you. Promise you, not 50%, not 45, not 40, not 35. Guaranteed, no recovery, no fee. 33 and a 3rd% for all those out-of-box family members out there and friends and family just by mentioning it. So no recovery, no fee. Mention Out of the Box, 33 and a 3rd%. Where are you going to get that, Mr. Fry?
Nowhere. You can take that money that you saved with Jason Fine and head on over to monkeycoldcoffee.com and get yourself some gourmet coffee. They got bourbon chocolate chip infused coffee, toasted coconut rum. They have a medium roast Sumatran blend. They have an organic blend called Perula, Florida. One of their newest flavors, golden honey agave. And they're also selling barrel-aged honey at monkeycoldcoffee.com. And be sure to check out their swag shop with T-shirts, coffee mugs, tumbler cups, the cold brew pitcher, K-cup adapter, and don't forget that kick-ass Paradise rum cake. All that at monkeycoldcoffee.com. And at checkout, use that promo code OOTB Sports for 10% off your order. That promo code, once again, is OOTB Sports for 10% off your order at monkeycoldcoffee.com. There we go. Finally, last match of the night.
There's your monkeycoldcoffee.com.
And here's the tumbler cup.
That's right.
Oh,
Remember,
there you go.
We're Monkey Colton, shit out right now, baby.
Mhm.
All right, final match of the night. We have
Oh,
the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. What a match! Holy cow! I mean, where do you begin with this? It's such a great match. Like Roman Reigns with his confidence walking around there. Cody looking, like the commentators I thought did a great job saying Cody looks wore out from wrestling the night before. And all this, just keep going back to it. He did look wore out. Great job. Kudos to Cody. Selling that. But it kept coming back. Couldn't keep him down. Spear after spear. The Superman punches, all that other stuff. Then we get, of course, Bloodline Rules. Bloodline Rules. Cody pulls the table out. Place goes nuts. Roman puts the table back.
that was good.
Genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius stuff there from Roman Reigns. And then all the surprises. Of course, we all expected Jimmy Uso to come in. We
Solo.
expected Solo Sikoa. We expected Jey Uso. So when Solo was in there, my first thought is John Cena. So I wasn't overly surprised with John Cena, but I'll tell you what. Everybody's sleeping in the house. I gave out a little pop, a little girl pop there. Whoa, John Cena. You can't see me, John Cena. So I was really excited for John Cena. Thought that was fantastic. Then, of course, John Cena's there. We get the final boss, The Rock. We know their feud from the past WrestleManias. Fantastic stuff. Just the electric in the air, face-to-face in the middle of the ring. Looking at the crowd. John Cena's looking super old. I'm telling you what.
He does look bad. I can't.
Real quick before I get, did you see how he pulled his hair back so he wouldn't show that bald spot? I
Yep.
love that.
That's a man holding on right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to go stone cold on that shit, man. He just got to shave it off, man. Go short with it.
We love you, though, John. We love you.
We love you, Johnny.
So it's and The Rock, he rids himself of Cena with the very quick rock bottom.
Mhm.
And then, he takes the belt off. It's whooping time. I was a little bit worried that he was going to whoop John Cena, to be honest with you.
I did too.
Because I'm a huge fan of the show Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're working on that right now because I'd like to see season 2. Season 1 was fantastic. If you haven't seen season 1, you got to check it out. Comic book fans. Awesome stuff. But anyway, then we hear the gong, guys. Lights go out, the gong. I'm fist pumping in the air. I'm trying to whisper because I'm recording it with my cellular telephone. I'm recording it, and I'm trying to be quiet. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Whispering in my cellular telephone.
Right.
And unbelievable, great stuff. The Undertaker chokeslam and Rock. I mean, all right. So I'm rambling here. I'm just going on and on because I'm all excited about this. Adam, we did Paul last time to start. Adam, you go ahead and kick this one off. Go ahead, buddy. Your thoughts on this match, and just take it over, bud.
Great match. Could it be a match of the year? I don't know. Like last time we seen a match like this, the writers are awesome for WWE.
Absolutely, great match. Like you said, the writers. Kudos to them. If this is what they had in store, if it's Triple H or whatever, the whole team working on this, great job. Cowboy Dave, what do you got?
Surprise. Jey Uso was great. Jimmy Uso, them just going into the table. I thought that was great. Going off stage. Phenomenal on that. My thing was with the Taker thing, I don't think it was supposed to be Taker. I think it was supposed to be Stone Cold. But I think Stone Cold, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got sick. I don't know. But putting Taker in that spot was the perfect thing they could have done. It made perfect sense. Outcome, not happy about it, but it's fine. Cody's a champ. Good for him. Congratulations. Roman's reign is done. His title reign is definitely not there anymore. I was kind of hoping that he was going to pass Hogan, but that's not the case. But other than that, crowd was excited. Lights go out. Taker, Jay, Rock, Cena. Couldn't ask for a better match, and congrats to Cody. But other than that, that's all I got.
Paul?
Wait a minute. First of all, Dave, I got to ask you something really quick because you and I are going to go at it for a second here.
There we go, Paul. Let him light him up.
That's right. You are the biggest. Cody, finish the story. And now you're telling me that you're pissed off that Cody.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you guys why. The one promo Cody did, the pity party Cody, I wasn't happy about that. That's why I changed my vote.
Oh my God, Dave.
The pity party that Cody did, that promo, crying, my mom, title, all that. I was like, come on. Yeah. And I thought about it.
Are you down with Cody Crybabies?
No, you know what? I mean, I'm happy for Cody in one way, but I just think I just wanted to see Roman pass Hogan, but that's not going to happen.
Why?
Well,
it would have put him number 3 in the books.
What does that mean, though? Like what?
To me, it means a lot.
He's still never going to surpass Hulk Hogan in my eyes.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll leave it at that.
So here's you look at the title reigns. So
a record being broken to me, that's what that would be good, and that would just put Hogan off the books.
Well, here's the thing, Dave. It wasn't even the record. It's just a place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but he would have passed him after SummerSlam.
Hey, Gunther lost his title. Roman loses his. Shit's about to get real. It's a new generation.
Yeah, it's a new generation, and I have to accept that. That's fine.
But what I think about this match, it was insane. Just like Ken said, it was just pop after pop after pop. You're trying to be cool, watching the fight. Little girl moments came out of me too. I was like, oh, holy shit! When you heard that gong, and then the lights go off, and he's right behind him. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. And Dave, I think I told you when I called you, my buddy has a friend that works down there for all the WWE tech events, and he's there, and he said there was an SUV that came in there. And the guy that got out, they had curtains all around him. When he got out, it was a pair of boots. So that could either be 2 people, 3 people: Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold, or The Undertaker. And it wanted one of those 3. But dude, I don't care if Stone Cold. I wanted Stone Cold, of course. That's my guy.
Yeah, that's what I think everybody wanted
you
to.
You can't go wrong with Undertaker, man. You cannot go wrong with The Undertaker.
I mean, second best choice. There's no doubt about that. I'm not denying that.
Well, and so Undertaker was in Philly for doing his Dead Man. Dead Man Walking show or Dead Man Talking, whatever the hell it is, whatever the hell that show is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he was already there. And Dave, you might have been right. It might have been supposed to be Stone Cold, but maybe something fell through.
Right.
Maybe scheduling, or maybe just contract stuff, or
maybe he wasn't feeling well. I don't know. Who knows?
Or maybe it wasn't supposed to be Stone Cold at all. Maybe it was always supposed to be The Undertaker, the big dog. They call him, this is his yard. The American Badass Undertaker. This is my yard. And he'd always say that about his ring. He's the big dog, the locker room leader. You know what I mean? So this is him, laying down justice for Cody and for all those guys that have been wronged by the bloodline. You know what I mean? So almost when you think about it that way, it's almost a perfect choice of The Undertaker. I was shocked as shit. I was waiting for the glass to break. I heard the gong. My hands.
I think everybody was waiting for the glass to break. It just didn't happen.
Undertaker's my all-time favorite wrestler. So I'm geeking out. I'm marking out. I'm fumbling around like, oh God, I took my phone. So I mean, it's amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Maybe if it was Stone Cold, maybe he passed out from having too many Broken Skull beers, in the background, whatever.
Or something,
yeah, maybe he had too many. And speaking of that, hey, Stone Cold, if you're listening, we need a sponsor. Let us know.
There we go. Yeah, we'll plug that shit all day right there.
It might be like at the end of the show, but we'll still be sponsoring the hell out of it. Stone Cold, let us know.
So we got some comments here. Where the hell are they at? Let me roll it back here. We got our boy here. Nate says the last match was a whole hour long. I like the John Cena, Undertaker, and all of them. The spear off the ramp. Yeet. Oh. And Cody with the dub, and him calling Triple H and Bruce Pritchard, who Nate says the other. So Nate, you're saying the other guy. That's I show speed for us. All right, that's Brother Love, man. That's Brother Love. And if you don't know who Brother Love is, go ahead and I know you know how to use the YouTube. Use the YouTube. Go type in Brother Love. That was actually the Undertaker's first manager, right?
I believe it was. No, actually, it was DiBiase.
No, I believe it was Brother Love that went to DiBiase, then went to Paul Bearer.
Okay.
Brother Love will come out the face all red, and he come out like a gospel preacher. I love you. Hated him, and he's one of the brilliant minds behind the scenes at WWE for years.
Now, DiBiase was actually Taker's manager before Brother Love was.
So it's flip flopped. All right.
Because DiBiase said, "I give to you the Undertaker."
It was brotherly love, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I think
brotherly love.
it was DiBiase.
February 1991.
Yeah, but DiBiase he introduced the Undertaker.
Internet, you're wrong according to Dave. I'm just letting you know. Hey,
Okay,
don't
then the internet's right. Then I'm wrong.
Oh, Dave, the internet's always right, brother. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, you're right.
Dave, Paul is Asian, so he just fixed it. So
no, I just remember DiBiase introducing the Undertaker. I could have sworn it was.
Dave, believe me, we lost the titles. We have a lot of time on our hands. We can do anything we want.
So here's the thing, Dave. I do recall DiBiase said, "I give to you the Undertaker." Right. I do remember him coming out, but I do remember him coming out with Brother Love. So DiBiase introducing him doesn't mean that is because that DiBiase did have control, but I feel like it was Brother Love first.
Right.
DiBiase might have introduced him, but he wasn't the manager.
Okay.
Then it was Paul Bearer, and all that good stuff. Nate says the balding.
But the internet's never wrong. I'm sorry. For God forbid.
Only when they say the Cowboys are going to win this year.
Exactly. Right. 29 years later.
That's a joke. Good joke.
Nate enjoyed Balding Cena, the Balding Cena. Poor John.
Can you really see him as a bald guy though, John Cena? No.
Not bald like Stone Cold. No, but no. We've seen it.
He had the buzz cut going. I mean,
yeah,
that's different.
That's when he was the prototype. His hair was super short. Like, I don't know if it was bald, but there was very little flat top going on there. So it was close. But now I couldn't see him with Stone Cold hair. But with him, with the hair that he has, he's kind of like trying to pull it back. Just let it go, John. Just
I'm still watching it. What's the sticky Ricky Stenicki movie? Have you seen that where he has the wig on?
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta check that out. That's so funny.
Eileen said she was like, "What the f going on there? WTF is going on?" It was awesome, and you knew as soon as Jimmy came out, you knew, all right, here comes the fireworks.
Yes, right.
This is where stuff is going to start going down. You knew you're nearing the end of.
Actually, Jimmy and Jay was better tonight than they were last night.
Yeah. I would agree.
We only seen 2 kicks tonight. That was it.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I mean, them going off the stage, that was great.
And there was no weird ass long pauses and stuff. It was right to business. So that was good stuff. Mm-hmm. Nate says he jumped out of bed when he heard the gong. Yeah, and
I think everybody did.
I was laying on the couch, and like I said, I was geeking out trying to get my phone here.
What threw me off, guys, honestly, was when you heard the Shield music.
Oh, yes.
And
Who was looking for Ambrose?
I was the guy looking for Ambrose. I'm like, it's got to be Dean. Dean's back.
Isn't there a thing with like AEW where he's losing his contract? He's injured. He doesn't want to be there.
I don't know for sure what's going on with that.
When Roman's looking up in the air, he knew some shit was coming down. And
I didn't think it was going to be Seth. I thought it was going to be Dean.
Yeah, but when he was looking up in the rafters up there, like the Shield comes down and you see Seth behind him, I automatically thought like, oh shit. But the payback from Roman to Seth with the chair made perfect sense.
Beautiful. Great callback there was.
Yes.
Was a great callback.
Yes.
Great job by the commentators. Mm-hmm. Acknowledging the callback. I don't know if they would have done that in the past with McMahon running the show.
Right.
So when I heard the Shield music as well, my first thought was Dean Ambrose, and then my second thought was, God damn it, Dave was right. And then my third thought was, we're gonna get Ambrose on one side.
Yes.
We're gonna get Rollins on the other side. I'm like, this is going to be perfect. But then we get Seth from behind.
Yeah.
Where The Rock, he ends up getting saved by Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Because Seth was coming from behind. Roman comes in the ring, Superman punch, and Seth is down again.
Yeah, my buddy texted me the same thing. He's like, oh my God, it's Dean Ambrose. And it wasn't, of course. And he's like, if Roman loses, you have Seth, you have Ambrose, you have Roman. The Shield is united. Again.
That's what I was hoping for. Shit. I was hoping for that. I really was.
And this is something I wanted to touch on. Great job, Eileen, by commenting this out. I like Solo giving Roman directions, saying get up and finish it. And I'll tell you what, I think this is going to lead to something more because he was screaming at Roman, and Roman's like, I know, all right. Yo,
Well, Roman said, "I know." He goes, "I know." It's exactly what he said. I know. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, like Solo screaming at his tribal
Yeah.
chief, his head of the table, screaming at him like that. I have to wonder if this is going to lead to something. If there's going to be some sort of animosity moving forward, as he's already proclaimed Solo as the next in line.
This isn't the first time that Solo saved his ass and then acknowledge the fact like, okay, I finished my work, go out and get him now, finish it, and he hasn't done it. He's hasn't done this. I think this is where Solo he needs more mic work there first, though. Honestly, you know what I mean?
Oh, without a doubt, he does.
I think he could. I mean, I think this possibly could be a little dividing here. Oh, that would be a one-sided match.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be a one-sided match. I can have one arm behind the back.
Oh Lord!
Showstopper! Sweet.
I wouldn't even have to get out of my seat. I could just go like this, back up.
I don't know, Paul. The way the Asians went this past weekend, I don't know if the Showstopper.
Hey, I got a lot of stuff built up inside me right now, brother. I could, you know what? Hey, listen, I feel sorry for my next victim. I really do.
Hey, Ken, could you pause my screen for a minute?
I can absolutely pause your screen there, buddy.
I got a few chairs in my back I can use.
Hey, it sure ain't gonna hurt me, brother. The only way to hurt me is to have a good, a bowl of rice there. I might be, like distracted.
Hey, I could give you a chair and a bowl of rice. You can drink. You can eat that all you want. Knock yourself out.
Well, I've been hitting the head a couple times while eating rice. That doesn't affect me. If it's good rice, I'm good with it.
Call my boy Trigger.
Oh no! Listen, when you've been knocked out by the 10th ranked boxer in the world in a ring like I have, I'm done, Dave. I'm very sorry.
Trigger Trayshawn Wiggins, our boy.
Yeah, Trigger, I need your help there, bud.
That would be kind of bad because Dave, if you call him, he only lives 2 blocks away from me. So.
Eileen says, I just did a slow head turn back at the screen when Dave gave his explanation.
For which one?
I'm not sure. She says you couldn't keep the storyline going till SummerSlam.
For Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't this build up? Okay, with Roman loses, doesn't this set up the biggest match? Really, the next biggest match, or the biggest match? Cody versus Roman now. I mean, Cody versus Rock. Cody versus Rock. A lot of people wanted this. Now it's set up for SummerSlam. It's set up.
Well, it is, but Roman's taking time off. I think he's taking like 3 months off. So.
Well, he has to have his rematch first. I think he has to have his rematch.
Oh, sure, he'll get it. Okay.
And it might, it might very well be at SummerSlam. There's no timetable like, oh, you have to have. I think he has to have his rematch before the title's defended again, maybe, or something along that line.
I can't watch Cody and run one more time.
But is it too small of an event to go overseas and have Roman and Cody with a rematch there? Cody wins it, and then SummerSlam a month and a half later, you get Rock and Cody. What people want to see? Possibly. SummerSlam. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's a pop.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. You figure it has to happen. The way the Rock treated Cody, it has to happen.
Right. I mean, you can see the promo now. The slap. We heard the slap. We know the slap's there. Now the slap is going to get rectified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. I can see that. Rock saying, nobody's going to be here to help you this time, boy, and stuff like that, and no outside interference type of thing or something.
There he is.
Some sort of stipulation. Hey, Adam, what's going on?
Hey, I'm back.
Did you go get donuts? Get donuts because you got a little white thing there.
They said he couldn't think of the other guy's name, Bruce Pritchard. He's young, so
AKA Brother Love.
Brother Love. Eileen says I was waiting for the ref to get knocked down. I'll tell you what, I was a little bit worried for Charles Robinson because I was like, if he counts 1, 2 and gets closer, the Rock's out there, he's gonna yell at Charles Robinson, and Charles Robinson, he ain't gonna take no shit, but he's only a little guy. I'm like, he's gonna get knocked about. That's it for Charles Robinson, and so I was a little bit nervous for Charles Robinson.
Ken, I gotta ask you guys something. Chelsea was watching the match with me tonight. We were sitting there watching it. Congratulations to her. She finally watched the WWE event with me. She's like, wait a minute, Blood Rider rules. What's that mean? I was like, anything goes. It's Rock's rules, whatever they want to do. And she's like, what if Cody wins? And I'm like, well, he's a champ. And she's like, what if Rock says it's the best 2 out of 3? It's Blood Ryan rules. I make.
Rules. That would have been good.
And I'm like, well, they went an hour, so I'm like, there's no way this is going to be 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
I was just thinking, like, damn, girl, you are really learning this, Bloodline.
Yeah, that would have been. That's actually a great. That wouldn't have been bad.
That wouldn't have been bad at all. But like Paul said, it was already an hour into it.
So
it would have been another half hour, 45 minutes for 2 out of 3.
If you look at it, if it was like 20 minutes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would have been something else. That
And,
would
and,
have
and the funny thing is, kid, she goes like this. She's like, wait a minute, John Cena, he's from Fast and the Furious. The Rock's from Fast and the Furious. What is this? I'm like, this is Fast and Furious 25. This is
There you
the
go.
promo. You know, like holy shit.
Yep.
That's how they know them nowadays, right? They're from the
Yes,
Fast and Furious.
Yep.
Oh boy, Nate says when I heard the Shield, I was like,
Agreed.
where's Dean at Shield reunion time? Absolutely, that was awesome.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I said Dean's back.
Well, here's the
No.
thing.
You know,
Seth's not a champion. Roman's not a champion. Dean wants out of AEW. What does this lead to?
the Shield reunion.
And so like Dean did not have a good time when he was in WWE last time.
Mhm.
He felt like he wasn't used right. He wasn't used properly at all. He wasn't booked right, and all those guys are pretty much gone. McMahon is gone. So
Yeah.
you look at the way Triple H is treating the guys now. There's a lot more creative freedom
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I would not be shocked at all if you saw Dean Ambrose again.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't be in those those death
As-
matches or anything like that. But
But
he
as
wouldn't
long,
be-
yeah, go ahead.
he wouldn't be squirting mustard and ketchup on anybody either, though. Like he did that
But-
one, which was stupid.
As long as Triple H uses him right, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other thoughts on this one? Nate says, I think we all know what you got to build. I think we all know what you got to build up Dean. Shit.
I think you got to build him up first. The anticipation, I guess. I don't know. Who knows?
If he comes back at all. Who knows?
When he comes back tomorrow night on Raw.
Yeah. Oh, would that be surprising?
Wow.
The Raw.
Could you imagine? Raw tomorrow night is going to be out. It's going to be outstanding.
It's
just
going to
is.
be something.
I might be canceling my football meeting tomorrow. I got a meeting from 6 to 9. I may be canceling that to watch Raw.
I'm excited. I looking forward to that. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Sorry, guys. No football tonight. No football meeting. I got to watch Monday Night Raw.
Got on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we're looking for a new JV coach now.
Exactly. His first year he quit. No, he got fired for he wanted to watch Raw instead.
he wanted to watch Raw on Monday night.
Oh, don't you,
What's that?
don't you have a DVR?
There you go.
I do, but I don't like watching it because I'm in the group chat. You son of a bitches will be like, "Well, this happened, that happened." I can't. No, I can't do that. Guys.
He has to be ahead of everybody else. That's how.
This is the funny thing, Adam. You're new to the group chat, of course. I get everything live like 5 or 10 seconds before you guys get it.
Try like 2 minutes before we get it.
Am I right or wrong, Dave? Am I right or wrong?
It drives me nuts.
I don't know. My stream is a lot different. I don't know. Unless you're live, you get it before me, but like at the event, but I get it before
Adam,
you.
a touchdown could be made. I mean, you see it when we see it, he'll see it 3 minutes way before we see it. He'll know the score of the game before we even find out what happens.
His cable's like a futuristic and stuff.
It blows my mind on all levels.
It's Asian.
It's advanced. Eileen says it's Backlash, Clash at the Castle, Night of Champions, or no, Clash of Champions, and Money in the Bank before SummerSlam.
Okay.
They also did announce that there's going to be King of the Ring. It's going to be King and Queen of the Ring.
I saw that. That's
I
cool.
shared on
I'm
the
into that.
The Atomic Drop Twitter. I shared that out.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool, actually. So,
King, Queen of the Ring. I like it.
all that before SummerSlam. Nate says, I don't know where the poop emoji came from. She says, well, Dean Ambrose is signed for 2027 at AEW, so Tony Khan would have to leave him out of the contract, and I don't see that happening.
No.
And the name of AEW, he's not going. No.
UConn versus Purdue and Raw on.
Oh, definitely no practice tomorrow night, guys. Sorry.
You got
UConn, Purdue.
National championship and everything. Not if you're going to use the antenna, you don't have a DVR. Who the hell uses antenna? Us old folk.
Might as well get a coat hanger.
And she says indoor antenna, people faster than Paul.
I doubt that one. I doubt
They have
that
the
one.
foil on their heads and everything.
Well, it takes me time to type in what I'm saying before the game, before you guys see it.
Yeah.
Like Dave's actually seen it at my house, like how fast it
Yes,
is.
I've been there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But can you go back to that comment real quick of the Backlash Clash of Champions and Money in the Bank?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is Backlash this year? Does anybody know offhand?
It's in France. I think it's France.
Well, the Clash of Champions.
Did I hear France? One of them's in
yeah.
France.
Well, the
France.
one is in Glasgow, England. I think that's Clash of Champions, right?
Yep. Clash of
Okay,
Castles,
where's
yeah.
where's Drew McIntyre from?
Oh,
Scotland?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Okay, that's not even close there. Right there,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It is. Okay, that is.
Yeah.
So he has to be the champion going into that one, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you would
can't, he
think.
can't lose. He can't lose his own background, correct?
Well, he's not even champion now though.
He's not champ now.
But he will. I think this is where he wins it, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he beats Priest?
I think he does because your background. I mean, what better way? You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, that's tough because you don't see them too often having hometown people win, especially championships. But then you look at Rhea in Australia winning there.
Right.
So I mean that all that stuff could be changing. So that might not be too far fetched.
Because you remember the screenshot I sent you, Ken. You've seen it too, where they have Cody Rhodes in the front of the entire screen as like not holding the belt. Of course, now he will, but not holding the belt. And then you've seen Drew right next to him, like, wait a minute. Is this leaked? Is it telling us something? Like, what is going on in the future here? The internet's never wrong. I mean, that's the thing.
Never.
And well, it's so like with it being overseas and Drew being a foreign wrestler, you almost guarantee that he's going to be part, especially being the Clash of the Castle being I think in the United Kingdom somewhere. He's definitely going to be there just because it's his home crowd. So it's not too surprising to see him on that poster. But with the whole title thing happening now with Priest cashing in on him, it's not out of the realm.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's going to be very interesting.
Yep.
Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. Tomorrow night for Raw, what is the biggest cliffhanger or biggest surprise that in your eyes that you guys will see tomorrow night? What is the one thing that is going to push? We all know some shit's going to happen tomorrow night. What is the biggest pop tomorrow night?
The biggest pop?
Yep.
Probably
question.
going to be. I think it's going to be Damian Priest. To be honest with you, people went nuts. People always go nuts when there's a cash in anyway because it's a surprise. But I think with him cashing in on Drew, the way it happened with CM Punk, and I think we're probably going to see CM Punk. So it's either going to be Damian Priest or CM Punk, I think.
Okay. The reason why I asked that, Ken, is because I know during the whole season here, we've always talked about the Money in the Bank briefcases. Is it real? The stipulation inside of it. What if tomorrow they walk down and say, hold on a second, hold on a second.
Wrong case.
We looked in under further investigation. The contract is not a legal binding contract. It is the wrong one.
They could. That could possibly happen.
Somebody has it. R-Truth comes down and he runs away with the real thing. Or JD McConnell. I don't know who has it. What if
that could? Yeah. Well, this is true. It could happen.
And so, how cool would it be though? Like how, like they show video later on. Behind the scenes, they're packing the stage up and stuff like that. And somebody just happens to open the briefcase. Like, wait a second.
So what do you do? Give the title back to Drew?
But chewed up bubble gum.
Right.
Really right. We got an issue here. And like all of a sudden, that'd be, and then you see, of course, like Paul said, JD McDonough or even R-Truth. And then now that you bring up R-Truth, Paul, I could see the Awesome Truth being the biggest pop.
I think so too.
Are they SmackDown? They're Raw, right? They won the Raw titles.
They're Raw.
Yes, they're Raw.
So I could actually see them because I'll tell you what, this whole weekend, great weekend of wrestling. This WrestleMania has been huge.
Surprises. Keyword surprises.
Surprises.
The emotion. I think the most emotion because you want it to make you feel something. That's the point of it. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, the most excited I was when Truth won. The dude's phenomenal. He's funny. He's actually a really good wrestler. He is good on the mic, but he doesn't ever really get anything out of it. Like he never gets any credit. He doesn't I don't want to say credit.
Just confused.
He never gets that title. You know what I mean? Like it's just the comedy. He's been like hardcore champion or 24/7 champion, some gimmick titles.
That was a good belt.
And so I think like he never had his WrestleMania moment. So I think it was huge for him, especially like in the back half of his career now, where he's really on the back nine. So you have to wonder how much longer do we have Truth?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, kid. Do you think this is like a send-off? He wins a tag team title at a WrestleMania. Now it's time. He's going to lose it. Not in a month or two, but maybe 2 or 3 more months down the line, he loses it, and that's his send-off. Like he had his moment. Dude, he's 52 years old. It looks phenomenal. You know what I mean?
He looks the same like he was 42.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how old Rock is? Without looking it up.
48.
Rock.
I think,
51.
I was going to say 52.
He's
I was
51? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I looked it up last night because I was talking with me and my dad were talking, and it's 50. He's 51 years old. Do you know how old Roman Reigns is?
43.
38.
Oh,
I was,
damn.
gonna say, I was
God,
in the
are you
30s.
All
serious?
right, and last one. How old do you think Cody is?
He's in the 40s. I know that.
no.
I'm gonna say
38.
38. Damn.
Both
I was
guys.
gonna say 35. I was a little off there.
Holy crap! As soon as I get off here, I gotta hit the gym again. 'Cause I put the pictures in the group chat of what I used to look like 6 years ago. I was ripped in, but I gotta get back to it because Cody and Roman are up there, and R-Truth is 51, 52, and I'm 54. Jesus.
That's amazing.
Hey, I'm 49, bro.
But to answer your question, Paul, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if this is kind of his send off. This is his
I
hey,
agree.
great job, Truth. We appreciate everything you've done for this company over the years, especially this last run, which might almost be one of his best runs. Like the Awesome Truth run before was decent. The little Jimmy run before, where he was a heel, I thought his heel run was pretty good for a little bit there, and little Jimmy and stuff. But I think this might be his best overall run, where with biggest crowd pops and stuff like that. It's been really, really good for him.
I like to miss K Quick, to be honest with you.
Thank you for being honest.
No problem.
I think
Do you guys remember him as K Quick?
No, I
No.
don't.
He was K Quick at one point. Yeah.
Where?
In WWE.
Oh, was he in WWE?
He was K-Quick.
For promotions and stuff like that.
He was K Quick.
He's like they. So I don't know what if it was a TNA or ECW where he got the name Ron the Truth Killings because his real name's Ron.
Yeah, Ron the Truth Billings. Yes.
And
Yep.
so then when he went to WWE, it became R Truth, which makes sense there.
Look up R Truth, Pirate Man.
Would you just Pirate Man? Oh, okay, Paul. I'm Pirate Man. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I was wondering who the hell you call a pirate, brother?
It's on your shirt, brother.
Pirates. Get the S. Get the S.
I said pirates, man.
Okay, well, you respect me. You say sir, okay?
Nate says,
yes, sir.
Acknowledge me. Done with the acknowledge crap.
I acknowledge that.
Nate says, side note, yesterday, Yeet Mania was a huge letdown.
Yeah, it was. Unless you're Pat McAfee.
I'll tell you what, Pat McAfee's a big he's a mark for the bloodline and for Jey Uso. So I wonder if he's part Samoan. I don't know.
I don't know how. Who knows?
I don't think so, but could be.
And so Nate agrees with us. He says, I think since R-Truth finally got his WrestleMania moment, he's going to be done soon.
Yeah.
Eileen says, I expected Rock to turn. I didn't expect Rock to turn yet. I do think it's going to happen. I do think next WrestleMania we are going to get Roman and Rock because it has to be a WrestleMania match. So that's why I didn't think it was going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those slow turns. It's going to be a slow burn. I think we're going to continue seeing Rock. Maybe not every week, but we're still going to continue seeing him for a bit yet.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Anything else you guys want to add from this past weekend? Favorite match or anything? Or anything big you might expect tomorrow?
Yeah, I think MJF shows up tomorrow.
I don't know why you're huge on this MJF thing. He is AEW. He may not be signed with AEW. The man is AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I think he shows up tomorrow. We'll see.
All right. Okay, Adam, anything that your favorite match or what, you were expecting anything big tomorrow on Raw?
There might be a couple surprise appearances, but I thought it was a great pay-per-view. And back in the day, we had to pay for this. For all young people that don't know, we had to pay for pay-per-views, and I would consider paying for this pay-per-view. It was that good.
So to be honest with you, Adam, you're right. The pay-per-views in the past, this is called now a premium live event. But when we were younger, there were pay-per-views, $65 for one like this for a major pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I subscribed to Peacock back in January. They were running a special where it was if I paid for the year, it was $60, or if I could pay by the month, which would have been I don't know what the hell it would have been, but it still would have been like $3-4 a month. I'm like, $60. They're like, back in the day, that's what I would pay for one show. I'm getting all the shows plus their past content, and I watch The Office. I'm trying to get watch all the episodes of The Office. I'm like, shit, I'm winning here on the Peacock, man. $60. Like nowadays that's that's a bag of chips and a piece of lunch meat.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yep.
you look back at all the times that we yelled at our parents, buy me this, buy me that on these pay-per-views. There was $70 each. Ken, you do 12 of them a year. That's over $840 a year. You know, look at me like with UFC boxing events, I'd be like, oh my god, it's at least $1,000 a month with all I watch. But still, I mean,
Only $49.99.
well, yeah, basically $60 a month is what I pay for every channel in the world. But still, that's all the box opportunities that we get. Since we're listen, 184 live viewers can't be wrong. So you know what I mean?
No,
Absolutely.
not at all.
Damn right. But yeah, my favorite event was the main event here. I mean, I just love how they went through this, the back and forth, and how this built up, and it was just an incredible event. Plus, bringing in all the people that we basically, thought were done, we're not going to see anymore at the Pops there, and the story still continues too. Even though he finished his story, another story began tonight in Philadelphia for Cody Rhodes.
There you go.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I couldn't have said any better myself, Paul. Great job.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, it's going to be, it's the story closes on one, and the next story begins for Cody Rhodes' title defense. It's going to be phenomenal, and what a way to end this weekend. For me, this is one of the most anticipated WrestleManias in a long time for me, and what a way to end it. There were so many great matches this past weekend. From the Rhea Becky match to the Gunther Sammy match,
Sammy and Gunther. Yep.
the tag team ladder match with R-Truth and the Miz winning the titles there.
Yeah.
To tonight, Bayley, winning the title, and then finally just finishing off a terrific weekend with one hell of a match between Cody and Roman, and then you add all in the surprises. WWE hit it out of the park.
And NXT was really good too, guys. It was a really good show. Trick was great.
And
awesome.
Ken, piggyback on what you said there, I want to say, Triple H, you're doing one hell of a job, the writers, because now you're seeing the unexpected actually happen. And it's giving everybody that cliffhanger. Oh, this is definitely going to happen. Well, I don't think any favorite really won this week, honestly, on a pay-per-view this weekend. Really, like the underdogs really won everything. That's something that you don't see. That's not
the Vince way. This is the Triple H way.
That's what I mean. It's for the people. It's what the people want to see. The underdog story. I don't know if it continues because Philadelphia is the underdog story, the Rocky story. I don't know if that played into the scenario, but we'll see as this goes down the line.
It did with the Sammy's match.
That's because you're a Rocky fan.
For sure.
You're a Rocky fan.
Yeah.
Eileen says for once she is satisfied with an ending to a WWE pay-per-view.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I agree.
And she also says she feels like it's excited to see where this all leads to. And that's the big part of WrestleMania. You want to see what it leads to, and that's why usually the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania is so big, because you want to see, okay, so much has changed. What happens next? This has to be by far the WrestleMania with the most changes, and I can't wait to watch Raw tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to be at work, so I'm going to have to watch it later on. But there's going to be a crap ton of new storylines developed out of this. I can't wait. So many different directions. Go ahead, Dave.
I would love to know the total. I know they said the total of 2 shows tonight for the attendance for both shows.
It was 71,000 tonight.
Okay, for tonight and last night, right? I get that.
I think I want to know 145 or something like that.
I want to know the totals of all 5 shows.
Well, you know what, Dave? Next week, have that research done.
SmackDown,
Dave, I wish you knew somebody Asian.
NXT, Raw, and the two WrestleManias.
Let me compute those numbers, Ken.
I would love to know the total of that.
Yeah, you can look that up. That's public knowledge. So we
I mean, you had 16,000 for 16,000 for NXT alone.
Okay, real quick, I want to say one more thing real quick. You guys know I had 2 tickets to the wrestling event, right? The 3 nights, okay?
Yes.
The 2 nights. Let me ask you a question. Now, guys, I sold them. I bought them for about $5,000 each for 2 tickets. I sold them, and I made $16,000 profit. Let me ask you personal. Adam, since you're the newest one, if you had 2 tickets and somebody offered you $16,000 for, you guys see what I put in the group chat, that guy with the blue hoodie on? That's exactly where I would have sat, right on the ramp. That would have been my seats. For $16,000, would you have given up those tickets for the money, or would you have gone to the event?
I would take the money.
Okay. All right. True. That's respect. Dave?
I would definitely have to take the money.
You're lying. Bullshit.
No, I'm not. Did I go to Mania? No.
Dave,
so
you would have gone there saying, yeah.
Nah. I would have taken the money.
Okay. Ken?
Oh my God, I would have taken the money.
That's a lot of donuts and food, brother. I know. I feel you.
I mean, I'm telling you what. If I didn't take the money and the CEO of Frytech here found out about it, she would have fired me, and I'd be out there with a box at the end of my driveway, sucking my thumb, crying because she would kill
I hear
me.
you.
That's a hell of a haul, Paul. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, luckily, the CEO of Spencer Inc. and Out of the Box Company only thought I made $2,000 on it. So
Hopefully, she's not watching.
I mean,
know they're quiet, yeah.
me personally, being to 3 WrestleManias, I definitely would have taken the money.
You've been to 3 WrestleManias?
I've been to 3 WrestleManias.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ, man.
Damn, Dave. What kind of money you got, brother? Where
Hey,
you
you-
WrestleMania, I was no, what time? I was at WrestleMania 11, which was in Connecticut. Okay, I was at WrestleMania 15, which is in Philly. Okay, and I was WrestleMania 29, which was in Meadowlands.
Dave, not to pry. You were up in the nosebleeds, right?
I was, yeah.
How much was your tickets for those?
I don't remember. It was, God.
Because I can only imagine my tickets were $13,000 with fees. After
that was WrestleMania 29. That was how many years ago?
No, I'm talking about when you went today, or yesterday, Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. It was a package deal.
How much was it?
I want to say 500, maybe.
Holy! Now I see why the guys bought my ticket for $13,000 each. Okay.
Yeah, it was SmackDown, Raw, and NXT all one package deal. But you can sit in the same seat all 3 shows.
Yeah, mine too. The only reason I would have went if Liv Morgan sat next to me. That's the only reason I would have went.
It wasn't actually. Yeah, it was Christmas present from Amanda. So yeah.
So are you going to Raw tomorrow, Dave?
Yeah, I got to Raw tomorrow night.
Oh, there you
Yep.
go.
Well, we need some live videos, Dave.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
you know.
Jesus Christ. The guys here on all these live events, we ain't getting shit from them here.
I know.
Well, no, actually, they're all on Faith's phone, so I can transfer them to you guys.
Okay, well, get Faith on the damn.
Well,
camera.
Faith did transfer to you if you would look at your phone.
You know what? Let me look at it right now. There ain't shit on my phone, Dave.
Faith did transfer everything to you.
Dave, I
Nate-
have nothing.
Nate says this weekend was like 145,000. That was the WrestleMania. Totals 145,000.
Faith did transfer. I'm telling you, pictures to you. I'm telling you.
I don't have anything from you or Faith.
She says, "Damn,
Believe me, I told her
Dave.
to. She said she did.
I
So
got nothing.
Eileen says, "Damn, I need to hang out with Dave. I've never been to any WWE. So I've actually been to I think SmackDown and ECW once when WWE had ECW, and I've been to a couple house shows for WWE. I actually seen The Undertaker wrestle Yokozuna at a gym in Shamokin, Pennsylvania, which is right up the road from me, about 45 minutes or so. And that was just a high school gym. Yeah, that's absolutely insane to think about. Undertaker and Yokozuna wrestling in a high school gym for WWF. Men on a Mission were
there
as
you
well.
go.
If you guys remember Men on a Mission, Mo Oscar and Mabel. Who had
Yes.
Mabel with Viscera.
King Mabel. Yep.
He wasn't. I don't think he was King Mabel yet, but yeah. But Dave, he goes to the big events. That
Yeah,
last.
that's what we need
Well,
to do.
WrestleMania 11. WrestleMania 11. The main event was Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor.
That was the main event.
Oh my
Yep, that was the
God.
main event.
Oh, that one.
Yes, it was.
That one sucks ass.
Yep, it was. Yep.
Wow.
15 was Rock. It was Rock and Stone Cold, if I'm not
Was
mistaken.
that Stone Cold's retirement match?
No.
Well, because he said
Rock, because Rock was champ.
I'm gonna have to look that up again.
If I'm not mistaken.
Stone Cold said his last match.
And
was against The Rock.
29 was it was Triple H and Brock. And Triple H, Shawn was in Triple H's corner, and Brock, of course, had.
All right, here's the thing.
Heyman.
When is the next pay-per-view on the East Coast that we know of?
I couldn't tell you.
That's what we need to do. We need an out-of-box sports trip like the one we took, because when you're an out-of-box sports entertainer, we get VIP passes. I'm just letting you know.
There you
Don't
go.
we, Dave? Don't we, Dave?
Sure.
Who's working the glory hole this time?
Exactly.
Hey, listen, we had a plan. We didn't execute the plan, but we got some good damn seats at Payback. I'll tell you that.
Yes, we did.
Liv Morgan gonna escape that time. She ain't gonna escape again.
That's all because that dude right there didn't help me out. We
Hey,
sat
I
in
think
the the Liv Morgan press box, dude. Remember that?
Yes, we did.
Well, it was Captain Morgan, but that's probably her.
Close enough.
Probably an uncle. Probably an uncle.
What I mean, we went to Captain Morgan live suites.
Yep, we were.
Yeah, it's good stuff there. Liv Morgan, she got away, and you guys got better seats. So
Actually, I would love to go to a Hershey show with you, big man.
they're
be fun.
going to be in Hershey in a couple months.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm only 2 hours from there. An hour,
Yeah.
20 minutes.
I might actually check that out because I was looking at in advance WWE events coming up, and
Mhm.
I want to say it's in May or June, but I'm gonna have to go back and look again.
Faith and I have been to so many Hershey shows. It's always a good time.
Ken, find out about it. Email me the information. I'll write a letter to him, see if we can get down there for it.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So listen, if you're WWE out there and you did get a letter from Paul Spencer Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, make sure you click that. Let us know because we are diehard. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. We have 185 live viewers, so we must be doing something right. So,
All right.
Time to wrap it up, guys.
Eddie, sorry, Dave. Jesus, you're pushing us out the door here. Christ, Dave. Wait a minute, big man. You forgot here. So real quick before we go anywhere, I want to give a shout out to American Excellence Wrestling. It's a local indie promotion. I went to see them a couple weekends ago. Put on one hell of a show, super fan friendly. So I told them I'd give them a shout out. Hit them up on Twitter at ThisIsAXW. We're on Facebook, American Excellence Wrestling. And if you're a wrestling fan, for wherever you're at, there's going to be an indie show around you with any indie promotion. Check them out. There's always some really cool matches, and they're always super fan friendly. And you never know who you might see at those indie shows. Somebody up and coming. You have to figure Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, all those guys got internet famous through indie wrestling. So, even Drew McIntyre, when he left WWE, he went on the indie scene before he came back. Cody Rhodes, same thing. Before he went to AEW, he was on the indie scene and then also in New Japan before he went to AEW and helped create AEW. So check out your local indie shows, support them. And like I said, check out American Excellence Wrestling. Great promotion. I can't wait to see more of their stuff. They do have a show by me in Orangeburg on April 27th. Unfortunately, I cannot make that one because my niece, it's her 16th birthday party. So there's cake. I got to go where the cake is. And also like us, follow us on Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it, at Atomic Drop OOTBE. Hit that follow button. YouTube,
Facebook,
Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, Facebook, Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. Also on the X, Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. Like, follow, subscribe to all those. We appreciate all these viewers, 183 right now.
Yep.
All the comments. Thank you so much. You guys made this weekend absolutely fantastic. The interaction that we have with you guys, and just you watching, means a lot to us. But the comments, are really extra special because it makes the show flow better, and it feels like that people are listening. Then, it's one thing to be watching, but it makes us feel like actually somebody is listening to us, and we're having an actual conversation. So thank you very much, and be sure to like, follow, subscribe. We do have another comment here, real quick. Nate, appreciate this whole weekend, buddy. You stuck in there with us. Great job, buddy. Thank you for all the comments. He says, good night, Mr. Fry. Good night, Nate. And good night from the Out of the Box Sports group here, the Atomic Drop Podcast.
Yep.
Guys, anything you want to say before we hit the road?
It was a great weekend. It was a great WrestleMania weekend, and we're still not over yet. We still got Monday Night Raw. So hold on to your hats, guys. Never forget.
All right. So for myself, the Bat Fry, Kenny Fry, the answer, Adam Glenn. Adam, great job podcasting this weekend, buddy. We're gonna have you around, more. So you'll be on here again, as much as possible. Eddie Prather, who's out sick. Eddie, thank you for yesterday.
Yep.
Great job. Dave, the showstopper. Of course, you're my right-hand man here on the Atomic Drop Podcast. And Paul, you make all this wonderful stuff happen. Thank you very much. Without all you guys, this would be just, boring as hell. It'd be my fat face like this, so together we make a great team. That's all I got to say about that.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you to all the viewers out there. It's without you guys to make this happen. So just like Ken said, Ken's not going to be, he's going to be at work tomorrow. Make sure you check out to the Atomic Drop OOTB on Twitter there, Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. We have live updates, what's going on. If you're not checking it out, go on our Twitter account. You'll see exactly what the match is going on, who wins the match on everything we do. So please check it out. We got something for everybody. Basketball, baseball, everything's covered. UFC, big event coming next week. I'm going to be covering that from top to bottom, all weekend, UFC 300. So please, just make sure you subscribe to all Twitter channels on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, the Atomic Drop, Silver and Black also. We have it all covered. The Batcave, it's there. Check it out. Out of the Box is something special.
All right, so before we get out of here, check me out live this Wednesday, 10 a.m. with the Batcave, Friday, 10 a.m. with the Silver and Black Glare, and of course, next Saturday night, we will be live once again with the Atomic Drop Podcast with the fallout from WrestleMania, talking Raw and SmackDown. Yep. Dave, when can they find you live next?
You can check me out with you on Saturday. We'll be doing Atomic Drop Podcast at 10:30. I think it's for 10 and 10:30. You can check me out Wednesday nights doing the 215 boys, talk Dallas Cowboys. Not much to talk about there because they're not really doing anything. And you can also check me out Tuesday night at 8 or 7 o'clock. We will be doing extra innings, talking Major League Baseball, all about MLB. So enjoy us. Take us all out of the box. We're here for you, baby. We're here.
Paul, where can they find you at?
Of course, Wednesday night, 9:30 with Cowboy Dave. We're going to punch it out. We're going to talk about the Cowboys here, of course, and also coming up in about 2 weeks, we are going to have a live draft with pretty much everybody on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. NFL live draft Thursday night. Friday night, we're probably going to do second, third round too also. So please check that out also. And then in about 4 weeks, you already know the Golden Dome podcast is coming back. Notre Dame football. I'll be doing it. Go Irish. It's still spring games, but I'm ready to get involved in it. So let's go. Out of the Box Entertainment.
Yep.
All right. So real quick.
Thank you.
Nate,
I know.
Nate, you made some powerful enemies now.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it there, buddy.
Well, Ken, hold on a minute. Let me put a ban on Nate F real quick. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Banned.
Ban.
All right.
Bad Nate.
Thanks for checking in, Nate.
We're just teasing you, buddy. We're just teasing.
Exactly.
All right, Dave, you know what to do, buddy. Take us home. Tell them whose game it is.
Let me tell you whose game this is, everybody. Here we go. The Atomic Drop Podcast. Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.